Where's the pillar of light where the Dawn Father lives?
Hello and welcome to Critical 20.
Welcome back.
Hi.
We are very late today because we had to make a character sheet, but...
And we have a new person.
Yeah.
Hey.
Everyone meet Megan. She's my friend.
Hello,
And will soon be all of our friends.
Maybe.
I've been wanting to play D&D for a while, so this is exciting.
Here.
Where'd my bag go? There
And
it is.
as always, we have our D20 ring. Still only have one entry and it's still Ammon. If you'd like to be entered in the giveaway, email me at critical20dnd@gmail.com. I'll put that down in the description below. And do it with the subject line of giveaway.
Giveaway.
And you will be entered into the giveaway.
Giveaway.
And you will have a very good chance of winning at this point.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How do I... Oh, fancy pens.
I actually like
Fancy pen.
Oh, wait,
Fancy pen.
It's one of these friction pens.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that I'm gonna need a pencil at some point.
Maybe.
Yes.
At some point soon. Time to roll up the sleeves.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm crowded again.
So,
There you go. Oh.
last session,
Issues.
Therinia and Uranus left to
Do things.
help Rala complete her Telmar so they could just go and do whatever. Am did a lot of tinkering.
But whatever happened to
Lots.
the princess? What's her name?
Verial is still in the guild hall.
Okay, so she's okay, at least. Did we ever solve the problem with her sibling?
No.
We should do that sometime soon.
Okay. And just so you know, the party is currently working on completing a ritual known as the Ritual of Keretsu to ascend someone to godhood to stop a war between the gods on the material plane. That is the ritual.
We also lost our
Oh,
focus.
just slide it
You
off.
don't have to
Don't
read it
rip
if you don't want to. It's kind of long.
This is so fancy. Oh my goodness.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yay, props.
I literally hopped between countries, continents actually, to go and find the person
Who is now dead.
who is now
I need
dead.
the brown
That
one.
is fantastic.
Candy.
I didn't know that.
Who is dead?
She went to help fight Carolingus' master.
Who turned out?
I mean, Damodar's master, who was Carolingus. Carolingus clawed her, she contracted Vaticool fever and turned into a ghast.
Not like Minecraft.
She is now dead.
I killed her.
I mean, I guess it's good that I'm a wizard, but like I'm a conjurer. So.
I had to. She was attacking her daughter.
Yeesh.
You made
No,
a
she
lot of
wasn't.
noise.
She was attacking the guards. Her
And
daughter
her
was trying
daughter.
to stop her.
Where'd my other dice go?
Okay,
Two more.
so hopping back in, everyone is currently in the guild hall.
Well, now we need to go find a new worthy person to read the ritual.
There's a lot of stuff you guys still need for the ritual, so.
Yeah.
Many much. things. Oh, it's so crowded. Okay, stuff.
That's how I moved.
Okay.
I feel like I'm being smothered. Stop it!
But I'm mad of you.
So, what is our plan of action?
Derek, am I out of a shot?
No, I did that on purpose.
No, I removed you from the shop on purpose.
Yeah, no.
This is basically gonna be like my game. I'm not a huge gamer,
Where
but
did
I
you
do like
come from?
doing like board games and stuff with strategies. So
Oh, I think I'm just
No, I'm not gonna put on my sunglasses. Okay,
Oh,
so,
Sorry about
let's get right into it. What would you all like to do?
that. Oh, I couldn't do confidence,
alright, what should we do? I mean, we've got plenty of options.
So,
for
I'm
things
going to
do.
say you two have just returned recently from the Feywild, where you've been for quite a while.
Just clean it up.
Okay.
Away from the party.
Surprise we talked.
I don't drink caffeine because my family had a history of addiction.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
So, sprites.
Alright, what should we do, guys? We were talking about it just now and then we stopped.
Sorry we don't have music today. I dropped my phone in water, so we don't have music today.
Is it now in a bag of rice?
Yes. It's actually in a tub of rice.
Well, I'm gonna go over and get my glass gyrospheres.
Okay, you go over and pick up the gyrospheres.
Um,
Gyro lanterns.
He pays. She
Mark
pays.
off 300 gold.
I am not. That's half! That is half.
I'm
I refuse. You pay.
just along for the ride at this point because I have no
No,
idea
that's
how
more
to
than
do
half.
anything.
I
so.
only have 60.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can just ask.
Awesome.
I gave some to our other party members. I equal shared it.
What? I didn't get this equal share.
You weren't there.
Mostly it was Uranus and Therinia.
I had to.
And they have money now that he was supposed to pay.
I kind
Good
of
job, Derek.
want to at least check out.
Hey, it wasn't me who decided
Just to
that they
see
were
how-
going to
Yeah,
leave.
but you never told him to mark it off last time. Did you?
He wasn't here last. Last time was when it was just you.
No, last time was when it was, let's see here, Victoria, Andrew, and someone else.
It was Victoria, Andrew, and you.
No, I wasn't here this last time.
That was me last time.
You're thinking 2 weeks ago.
Wasn't it?
We're talking about the new characters that came in, remember? You're going 2 weeks back, not 1.
Then maybe something is wrong.
You might be out of it because last time I was here, you just had mouth surgery.
I did just have my wisdom teeth out.
No, I consider
Hey,
it
I
not
relate.
He looked like a chipmunk.
Okay.
I don't
In
actually
all
think I have the
serious
footage
talk.
of that.
What? You don't have footage?
That's why I was so confused. I've posted all the footage I have.
Those are good stuff.
So, apparently we're also missing the footage from last week. And I have no idea why. Actually, I think I know where the footage is. I'm gonna go check that really quick. Put it in its own
Told me
folder.
They got like farmland and stuff, remember?
Okay.
So wait, do
I
we
found the
live stream
footage.
this, or do we
We're
just
good.
record it?
No, it's just recorded.
Mm.
I found the footage. Everything is fine.
Alright. So,
I will post that.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, what are we doing? What's the plan? Stan. Lead. Like, we gotta do something about something. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what? I'm making more sense than anybody is right now because nobody else is talking.
How about we work this out in character?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
It's the best way to do it.
So,
Okay, so I'm
we're
coming
all
back.
having a lot of trouble trying to figure this out. We need a plan of action.
How many lanterns did I ask for exactly?
7.
You're the
Okay, so guys,
Chosen one.
I'm coming back to 7 lanterns
That
right
is
now.
right.
you're supposed to be the leader.
You enjoy that.
I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, it's true.
You can see where this entire friendship, in quotations, is going.
Friendship.
Apprenticeship.
Weird.
Apprenticeship. Exactly.
I'm an apprentice to a short staff.
Wait.
I need someone to help me reach the top shelf.
Why don't you just ask me? I'm taller than he is. I'm
Because
7'2".
I beat him in a drinking contest. Well, not beat.
We
He's
tied.
the only one who tied. He's the only one who I've ever not beaten.
Has anyone seen my guild sheet?
Thanks to
Well.
my thieveriness, I've had a lot of run-ins with poisons.
He's still a lightweight.
Short stack.
Well,
I think we should first make sure that the guild is in good position. We need to be able to leave them at a moment's notice, and we need to make sure that everything's good there.
Brightwood.
Does anyone have a guild sheet?
An elderly looking man comes out over. Just, you're called?
Is the guild in good condition? Is the guild in good condition right now?
It's doing alright. You'd probably want to talk to Eldith more than me. But,
I thought you were one of the elders.
no, Eldeth.
Eldeth.
Eldith, we need you presently.
Unless you're busy, then we will come to you.
Indeed. You
It's
okay?
fine. I'm fine.
So, stouter dwarf walks into the room like,
Wait.
yes?
We're looking up at everyone.
Except her. There, she's 4'4".
There it
He
is.
probably looks down to her.
Yeah.
No.
Ever.
Dwarves are between 4 and 5 feet.
Okay, so they probably
What?
look head on.
Yeah.
What's the current condition of the guild?
Economically and
It's doing alright. We've mostly have been able to use the money from the contracts to keep the guild
Sustain.
going. So
Any disturbances with that one kid?
not really. Peleus he's been keeping pretty quiet ever since that happened,
Oh, good.
which makes sense.
Well, that could mean. Wait, do I know this character? Have I met him before? Him,
Uh,
her, it.
This
Yes.
particular character is he's, I would assume, a racist, but he's part of our guild, and he wasn't very happy about having a half-breed in our guild, and pushed her to the ground. There was
Yeah,
a
I
fight.
dealt with that before.
Yeah, there was a quick fight. We talked some sense into him, and we haven't heard any disturbances since.
Mm-hmm. I
And-
remember now.
And the princess, how is she?
In a right
She's-
state.
Been doing alright from what I can tell.
She's probably just hiding a little.
I mean, I'd be in a lot of pain if I knew that my kingdom was under attack by my sibling who I've never really met.
I agree.
Alright. Thank you. You are dismissed.
Are you guys
Alright.
talking to right now?
She,
So many side missions, civil wars, guilds, and factions. How could I ever possibly 100% a game not filled with distraction?
the nice thing is you can't 100% D&D.
I know. That's the greatest part about it.
It's like real life.
It's like real life. You can never do everything.
That is very true. I mean, if you tried to
How
do
am I
everything,
supposed to balance family, school, work, and a relationship?
You can't. You have to
Dungeons
choose
and
one.
Dragons?
You have to choose one, and I choose
Well, I
Dungeons
did
and
2
Dragons.
today. 3 today. 4
Okay,
today.
I'm gonna do my chores over
you
with
can
Harmony.
do.
What?
You can
Just not
fulfill
all.
I'm
your
gonna
life.
drop off
You
one
can-
trial scrap.
You can fulfill your life, just not in an entire day.
Okay,
Yeah.
technically you can focus on all those things, because technically my dad does, but
I did 4 today.
because he plays D&D
4.
as well.
I'm gonna drop off
So-
a lantern at the scribe,
4.
2 of
Because
them
I
at the
can't.
library,
That's 3.
1 at the
4.
clerk,
Okay.
2
So
at the record keeper,
4.
1 at the smithy.
Okay?
is this the collectives of our guild, the guardians of?
Mhm.
Do we have multiple papers of this?
We had.
Had.
Andrew had one. I don't know what he did with it. The
I
other
think-
one's
I
right
think
here.
They gave it to me, and so,
So,
I just did what
These are all the. A lot of these are the current members and leaders of our guild.
Okay.
I am the head of the guild. I'm not necessarily its co-founder, but I kind of helped. It was mostly Andrew's idea, or whatever his character's name
Okay.
is.
No, mostly the King of Baral's
Well,
idea.
mostly King of Baral.
We agreed to it because
Yeah,
we thought
we
it was
agree
good.
with it. We are the guardians of Elton, protectors of peace, savers of souls, and champions of gods.
Okay.
With so far, how many god champions do we have?
3.
Other than myself.
Other than you 2.
Okay.
1 currently, because Tyranny is no longer in the campaign. So 1.
So she
Yeah.
left because she could care less about what we're doing.
No, Victoria is still in the campaign. Serenia
that,
left because she just didn't
just
want to
done with
do
that
it anymore,
particular character.
and Uranus went with her. Even though
So
they
now
found
we
out they
have-
still had something left to do.
So now we still have 2 characters. We
Currently, who have spoken with deities and have somewhat received their blessing, yes.
Alright, fantastic. So, yeah, we've got all these people. Elvith, Baron, Evenwood. I like his last name, Evenwood. It's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
the same as Rolanta's and Retalia's.
Can I
never loved that.
Can I have to take it back? I want to write down a key for a second.
The princess is Rolanda, yeah?
No, the princess is Virial.
Very odd. Yeah, that's better. I am very bad with names. Y'all are gonna figure this out. If you
That's-
haven't yet, then you will.
That is why y'all should take notes.
Are you making fun of my dialect, sir?
Yes.
I need to write words.
Alright. Anyway, we need a plan of action, and sitting around here is just making us even dumber. So, I suggest we move on. What is the current status of our positioning? What do we need?
I'll take a look at it 1 second. I got it on my phone.
You need the Mantle of the Wind. Are you referring to the ritual?
The ritual and other things.
Why don't we?
For the ritual, you need the Mantle of the Wind, a
ritual we
piece
can
of
put
the
on
undying
hold.
flame, a golden
There's a
chalice
civil
filled with
war.
water from the pool of everlasting
true.
light, a lot
That's-
of gold dust, a ceremonial dagger, molten platinum, not so molten
I'm
platinum.
sorry, I wasn't listening to half of that. He said something and I was listening
Yeah.
to him.
There's a lot for the
Remind me,
ritual.
which-
Wait, I
Civil
can say what we need because I already have stuff we have.
Tell Kitor.
Yeah.
We need the Mantle of
Right
the
here.
Wind, piece of the undying flame,
So,
golden chalice from the
specifically.
pool of
Yes.
everlasting
Is this
light.
having to do with the princess and her?
Yes, that's where the princess is from. Here.
Yes.
Uh,
yeah.
A
I
tenth
remember
of
now. Her
gold
brother is
dust
trying to
equal
take
to the
over.
focus.
And
He's
she
part of
got
it.
shot in the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
A
managed
ceremonial
to get her
dagger,
away
a ton
and
of molten
heal her
platinum,
leg.
unicorn dust, a golden war robe / dress of unicorn hair, sphere of glass, half a hand span wide atop of a platinum staff.
We need to
And diamond dust.
Already got that.
Oh, you're right. You already got the diamond dust.
We have to kill the leader of
You probably don't have enough diamond dust, though. I'll be honest.
She gave me, so I can ask for more if you
Yeah.
That was my first thought.
Once we.
You'll never know until you know who your ascending to God is. So.
Well, that reminds me. While we are doing this, I'm going to use the prayer of healing and put it inside the pearl. Does that work?
Okay. So you cast it into the pearl of power.
For future use.
The current leader is the emergency.
So make sure you still mark off that spell slot.
There.
Wait,
Head of the
that's
guard.
a ritual though.
If we are
Yeah, but you're
able
cast.
to
Oh, you're casting it as a. I see what you're doing. Okay.
power, we can
So
probably
say
earn
something's
some
wrong with
favors
that
from
if
them.
I use spell slot.
Yeah.
Plus, sweet princess.
You hitting with a princess?
A little bit. What can I say? I like girls.
You like royalty.
Not call though. She made you upset. Now you don't like her.
But it's not that I don't like her. Besides, you're the closest thing I have to a friend.
Mhm.
Looking at you. Short stack.
I put her
Lightweight.
on top of you.
Short stack. Anyway.
I put her on your shoulders. Anna.
This is how we get stuff off the top shelf.
Either that or
I
I
put
pick
him-
her up and
I put him on your shoulders.
Wait,
She
what?
can still carry me. You know. I am a lightweight.
I hop on top.
Yeah, I can carry. I can carry him.
Yeah, but you can't carry me and her. We're being crushed currently.
That's true.
That's true.
Get your massive junk in the trunk off of me.
Call is standing there like
I'm
this.
still remembering.
Not even on top of you. Just.
I'm still remembering the first night we met when I challenged you to that drinking contest. You were so drunk you couldn't even get up the stairs, so I had to drag you.
I wasn't exactly drunk,
Wait,
but my
are we
body was.
What?
I like drinking.
She
Oh.
loves drinking.
Oh.
It's a poor obsession.
Yeah, it's
What do you mean poor?
Go to the tavern.
Okay.
with the
Poor obsession? Poor obsession?
There wasn't meant to
It's
be
a poor
fun,
choice.
But can you fit your entire body into the keg of beer, the entire keg of beer that you just drank?
Depends
Can
on how
you
big the
drink a
keg is.
keg of beer?
I tried, but then I dropped it because he made me drop it.
That's
it
the
was
real
like-
question.
It was like
I was fine with her carrying
It was
me,
about
but
1,000
she
years
decided
old.
to tackle me.
Awesome.
Mm.
Look, the only reason that I'm able to continually stay mindfully undrunk, sober, I don't know. I'm able to stay mentally sober, but my body is very much not attuned to staying sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only reason for that is because I've tested myself with various poisons, which somehow didn't help me when I was poisoned by crossbow bolts and taken into a prison, but
The irony.
the
You
irony.
can't account for everything.
no, that was true.
Foreign poisons from the southern continent.
Probably.
Yeah.
There is no southern continent.
It's hard to get a hand on those.
Exotic poisons.
Mm-hmm. They're
So-
expensive.
The ritual can be put on hold for a short period of time. Right now, there is a civil war in Velte that needs to be solved.
Okay.
Do you know the other side of the continent?
I just looked back. I was like, where's Velte?
Open. Yes.
Velte
Where is
is
that?
right
Yeah,
there,
I saw it.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. So where are we now? Oh.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
If we're going to be traveling for quite the distance, could we stop in Oriel? I've got a friend I need to visit.
Can she just teleport us?
Me? I'm a conjurer.
She's a conjurer.
I know, but she used to. She teleported us there last time we went there.
Call
No,
training montage.
not.
She didn't teleport us. There.
No, that was
Or she did
the
again?
that
that was the circle.
yeah, that was by use of the circle, which I don't think we can use anymore now that
Rolantha is
Rolantha's
dead.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. All she really did was stab a sword into one of the circles, but I don't know.
Oh, I thought she did that.
No.
This is my
Rolantha was-
first time.
I know, but I'm talking about
Make-
when you were
While
an
you were an
NPC.
NPC.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, my dice in my pocket. Let me just get
My other dice is also missing. I need my D20.
No tango dice.
Is it in here? Did somebody hide it in here again?
We have plenty of dice in case you couldn't tell.
Okay.
Okay. There's dice there.
There's plenty of dice there. Alright, so let me just check my normal intelligence. That scared the shlibbly out of me. Okay, so my current intelligence modifier is 2. My intelligence total is 14. So, it's not my worst skill. My
Still-
worst skill is my wisdom.
Still smarter than you. Definitely a lot wiser than you.
Oh, certainly.
Aww.
Oh yeah, I know it's a troll, right? It's a troll that way.
Finds a box
3
that's labeled cookies.
plus 2, 5.
There are no cookies
I
inside.
am an idiot. I am
You
completely
don't know
oblivious
much.
to how this
The
works.
sword into the rock.
Sword into a
Worked.
rock that basically was dead. What kind of sword
It
was
broke
she
the
using,
circle.
though?
It's just a standard steel
Just a
sword.
standard steel sword.
It was more
It
elven
broke
Elven.
make.
The
Lighter
circle.
sword, more finesse based.
A circle of magical circle. It uses the energy from the surrounding area and the items placed within it to in a certain.
Make an intelligence check.
I know how this works. I've done dark magic before.
Well, apparently you don't
And I have a
actually
witch
know
friend.
how it works.
Also, is that
In real life.
10?
or what?
Yes, in real life, I have a
What?
witch friend.
No, man, have you done dark magic?
Rolantha
Only once. and
was
it
a
bad idea.
spellcaster
Wasn't that-
whose
wasn't that
focus
bad?
was her
It was an
sword.
accident. I didn't know what tarot cards
State this again to him.
Rolantha was a spellcaster whose focus was her sword.
were. Oh.
She was known as a blade singer.
Oh yeah, I knew that before.
I do.
Basically, if we're going to be able to do anything with that circle, we're gonna need another blade singer.
Hmm.
Or at least we could find a blade singer to tell us how it works. And then from there, figure it out. I don't know. Possibly. Does that sound right? Or
You
wrong?
don't know.
Oh, there goes his spell.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. We could ask around about a blade singer while we're traveling, because we're gonna have to hoof this one.
Call training montage. All of you on her back like a backpack.
Like I said, if we could stop in Oriel, I've got a friend who I need to.
Always up for more friends. At the end of the world, you can't afford to have too many friends.
You can't
Can't
afford
afford to-
not to have.
That's. I don't speak good common, okay?
It's okay. Your common is fine at this point. So yeah, I say we make our way to Velte, but stop in Oriel.
Okay.
Okay, that'll probably be about a
6 month journey.
at least 4-month journey
4 months.
across land.
Alright.
Okay.
Time to learn each other's backstories and all your secrets.
Okay.
Secrets.
Okay. You just look. at
Like what
me.
you do at in your private tent.
Private. Right. It's me and her.
Yeah. But we're not together.
No.
Yeah, that's the
hell,
private part about it.
Hells no. So many hells no.
Mm-hmm. Every
It's okay,
level
I
of
don't-
hell, no.
There's only
What?
9 of them.
9 hells no.
9 hells, no.
I might use that.
I thought there
It's
were
okay.
7 layers of hell.
No, there's 9.
Okay.
Well,
Have you ever heard of the
Even
Dante's Inferno?
even in Dante's
Yes.
Inferno, yeah, even in Dante's Inferno, there's 9.
yeah.
Okay.
It's always
Paul
9.
won't
That's
judge
why there's 9
because
planets.
She still thinks the other 2 are gay.
Huh.
Because she found them in a cave
That-
after a half hour of waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
Werewolf gay, the same thing.
the 2 of us. She's my master. I'm her apprentice.
Yeah.
Mostly, she just uses me for testing spells and getting things off the top shelf.
Hey, can you stand still for a second? Wha-bam!
Basically.
That's basically it. Like, I wake up in the morning, I've got my cup of Joe. Hey, did you hold still for a second? Oh, I'm a chicken now.
I'm a chicken now.
I let him keep a pet mouse.
No, she does not have access to that spell. It is too high of a level.
That'd be
You
awesome,
get
though,
my.
but-
You get my.
It is
Yeah.
too high of a level.
Polymorph is too high of a level.
Yeah, it just catches me.
The point is, I'm a lab rat, and I'm also her way of getting things.
I
off the top
practice
shelf.
my enlarge and reduce on you a lot, though.
Yeah.
That works.
That one's fun. I remember once playing with Roderick for a short period of time. The next thing I knew, he was taller than me, which is saying something because I'm 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
I throw my pseudo dragon into the air.
Forget about that.
Oh yeah, he has a pseudo dragon. That's fun.
Cool.
That we don't use for battle.
Apparently, I do have a pet mouse, too.
Huh. I don't know how.
All
that works.
urchins have a pet mouse.
All urchins have a pet mouse.
Huh.
Okay, I'll believe you.
That's also one of your main duties, is you take care of my pet mouse.
Mostly by letting Roderick take care of her because I could care less about anything she owns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to make sure you 2 become friends. Call
We're friends enough that we'll have each other's backs.
Yeah. We do have each other's backs, so we definitely protect each other.
But that's mostly because she needs me to get things off the top shelf.
That's the only reason.
It's true.
It's really sad.
Well, I also need you for other stuff. That stuff that you haven't been with me enough for me to
Be
disclose
friends.
yet.
The longer you hold us together, the more you make me want to strangle both her and you.
Yep.
Likewise with her, I guess, but...
Who's gonna die first?
Okay, we don't have time for this. We've got a gigantic road trip standing about 4 months. So we
Yeah.
continue and
Paul
we
runs
talk
out the
more.
door.
We talk more as we walk.
Okay, so you gather up some supplies and you start heading roughly northeast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going from Voral to Oriel, then to Belte. Basically in a diagonal line.
Yeah.
So north, north, northeast, east.
Yeah.
I mean
Go in
north,
the
northeast, east, east, whatever.
So,
I'm originally from like right here.
yeah, we
And then I made
That's
my
what
way
we're
down.
doing.
we were
Xylax?
yeah, the duo of us were originally from Elvor before it got overrun by Forest.
Yeah, I'm from like Xylax.
Yeah, originally. But yeah,
Is Xylax inside the forest?
no.
No.
Okay.
She lived there.
I'm just
But
making sure.
yeah.
Yeah, she lived there, and then she stopped living there because
'Cause-
parents and things, and
Mm-hmm.
we moved.
Bad memories.
Yeah, so she moved to Elvor around the time that I was becoming a big threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got cursed.
Hooray!
You got cursed?
Her
Well, from birth.
yeah, her birth curse. Her parents were really, really, really rude magic users. They weren't nice people.
They probably had some fun with the Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun with
The thing, basically.
But anyway, because of that,
Jonathan knows all
They were
about
selfish and not compassionate, and so their guild cursed them.
so that their only child, they were only allowed one child, and that child would
Oh, it's
not
like fine enough.
would not be large enough, would not be able to stand up to larger beings, though they said. Thus, their child was born a dwarf at 4'4".
My parents were human.
Yeah, that sounds like a Fae curse.
And that's how the dwarves came to be.
No, dwarves have been around forever. It's just
Mm-hmm.
No,
was
they were
born.
made by the Dwarven god of creation.
I was cursed to become a dwarf, to be born a dwarf.
yeah.
So where are we right now?
Until, of course, she learns to, according to them, learns to fix the mistakes their parents made, which neither of us know what that means.
I don't know what that means. But
I mean, it might have something to do
that's
with
actually
being
part of the
nicer.
reason why I took you on, is so maybe I could have some outside perspective.
If you need outside perspective, I've been everywhere.
To put it simply, book smart, streetwise.
Mm-hmm.
Left brain, right brain. That's kind of how we work.
Scatterbrain.
We hate we hate each other, but we work well together.
Yeah. Oh, not that I hate you.
Just
It's just that I
strongly
can't
dislike.
stand you.
Yeah.
Same difference.
I don't know. I think that's enough delving for right now, maybe. What do you think? You want to tell more, or should we continue?
We're eventually going to learn because we have a 4-month journey ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know.
Training montage.
Technically copyright.
Some annoying of each other later.
Anyway, my parents were killed, I think, by clients of theirs. Like somebody.
Paul brings
they,
2 kegs of beer.
They were, they were killed by somebody. I actually don't know who they were in relationship to my parents.
What?
That was funny.
What was so funny?
You pretend drank and then burped for real. That was funny.
I can burp on command.
So this is a strange question, but I assume Verial is traveling with you. Yes.
Maybe. I mean, if she wants
Yes.
to be. Yeah, she's traveling with us.
Okay.
If she wants it, yes.
Why? What?
I was just.
I'm basically only on this journey because you're here. I need to keep an eye on you. I don't play well with others. I mean, I do own a tavern.
Everyone plays well with Call.
Well, Call, you play with everything and everyone.
I'm a little bit scared by that statement.
Don't be scared.
So about a month and a half into your journey,
Why does everything we say go wrong?
you're
Over my head, yeah.
Because you're traveling with me now.
so you start to set up camp one night. Who's taking watches?
I am
I am.
So first
So
watch,
we're
second
like-
watch.
Yeah,
here.
I'll take up third watch.
I'll
Okay.
take fourth.
Is there any water nearby?
Varial will take fifth.
There's not that many watches,
Okay.
and depending on the length of watches, 4 watches already 2-hour watches. Like.
Alright. I'm
Okay.
down.
Wait, where are we right now?
Like
We'll
here-ish?
let the royalty.
Oh, yay.
We'll let the royalty take.
Are
the
we
rest.
here-ish?
A month
No,
and a
about a
half.
month and a half.
We're here.
You're almost halfway to Velte.
Okay.
Velte, so we're like here?
We're at the riverbed, yeah, right there. Where
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as
I'm
we
gonna put
pass through the forest, you take note that forest is pretty thick.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Very
magic.
thick.
Yeah.
It
That's-
is pitch black underneath those trees.
Oh.
We probably had some run-ins with some goblins or with
Yeah.
some
like
creatures.
Washington.
A
Yeah,
little bit.
Exactly like
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Tall trees with not a lot of
Visibility.
trees
It was
and
basically
lots.
we were on a
Lots and lots
It
of
didn't
Love-
feel like that to me, but okay.
you're in a
It's
very, very
it's a
thick-
very
There's a lot of
dense
rock out there.
forest.
extremely dense.
So much moss.
Like for some areas, you weren't even walking on the ground; you're climbing between trees.
That's how
Yeah.
it is the entire
The
forest.
entire forest. Not a lot of room.
It is a very
I had a
dense
much better
forest.
time than all of you tall people.
Yeah, the fact that these you
No,
had to
actually,
climb
I'm the
over
shortest
roots.
here, so I had a fun
That's
time.
true.
So you probably had a worse time than most of us, because most of us are tall.
Yeah, we
And
would have probably asked Cult to carry you after a while,
Okay.
though.
Like, can you carry me? I'm
Okay.
too small to clear the area.
No,
the two
Carry-
of you are pretty small.
I'm the
Like, already
smallest.
got two.
carrying is demeaning
Jonathan.
unless you're helping me get stuff off the top shelf.
Yeah, I literally.
Then it's-
She either climbs onto my shoulders or I pick her up under the armpits like
Mhm.
this. She never wants me to grab things for her. She wants to do it
I
herself.
don't trust him.
She thinks
You
I'll
are a
trust her.
thief.
I'm not gonna take any of your. I'm not gonna take any of your programmed explosives.
Okay.
Ooh, programmed.
So
That's basically what she works with.
Yeah.
Everything that she puts in that cauldron either blows up or sets on fire.
I may or may not be just. I need more practice. Okay, I taught myself most of what I know.
Which is, albeit impressive,
Milk.
but
Vinegar.
Really dangerous.
Saltpeter.
yeah, but highly dangerous.
you won't even. I won't even be able to tell you the amount of times I've had to call frost dragons to stop the fire.
Is
You don't
not a
need
thing.
Fine.
It's over exaggeration. Basically, you get frost mage or something.
Yeah.
I protect you. I give you protection of energy from energy, which is basically just like.
And you set it to fire.
Hey Derek,
I'd
I'm gonna
assume.
put on my
Yeah.
telesite boots.
Like, there have been 3 times that you set the roof on fire, and I was almost certain we were gonna have to,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. I'm gonna just create water
GTFO?
and just touch it to the telesite boots.
Okay.
Hey,
Works.
Call!
Yeah?
Catch!
Wait, what are you throwing at her?
An ice ball.
Oh.
I'm bored.
Dodgeball! Boom!
Roll to hit.
Grab your weapons and hit the ball! Bang!
Wasn't I supposed to roll?
No, because you weren't actually trying to hit.
18,
I was trying to throw it at her.
and then she throws it at me.
Yeah, but she caught it, but I never rolled.
Plus strength.
So,
Or is it strength or dexterity? If you're throwing.
Dexterity.
Yes, that's what I thought. That's a 12 to hit. Does not.
So,
It does not injure you, but it does hit you.
well, no, for this circumstance, you actually miss him.
Yeah, because I rolled an 18.
You don't
gotta
always
remember
hit
that-
with armor class.
You
It's
gotta
not always
remember
how
that I
it
am a
works.
thief. So,
Grab out your weapons and hit the ball. Wham!
No, you're supposed to do it with a t-shirt. Don't you remember?
I'm getting more ice balls loaded.
anyway,
Sits on the sidelines drinking beer.
So after about a
It's in
minute,
head with ice.
this ice ball just melts in the middle of its path and just lands on the ground.
Ooh, slush.
And then the slush melts very quickly into water.
I'm throwing one at Jonathan.
Apparently you hit him.
Yeah, I'm still gonna roll.
I haven't really
This
spoken.
this isn't snowballs. This is ice.
This is
I
ice.
haven't
Yeah,
really
can I throw
spoken
ice
to
at it?
Veliar. Yeah,
Verial?
It's gonna do
Verial.
damage, right?
Thank you. I can English.
It's not English.
Right.
Common.
I haven't really spoken to her at all since we rescued her
Still
from
are.
her brother's clutches ish. I haven't met him yet, so I haven't really spoken to her in a little bit. How's she doing?
You know?
Ask questions. Don't just say like, look over and be like, oh, okay.
You okay over there?
Over there.
I'm all right.
Okay, you just
Oh,
kind of
yes.
on your lonesome. Do you need? Is there anything you need? Anything you'd like?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Just holler if you need something.
Okay.
All right.
Out of the Zealand woods.
Yeah, we continue to travel.
Okay, so you make it to the riverbank, and this is
River party!
so you set up camp, and as you said before, you're taking first watch. So roll perception.
This is gonna go well. I think there's something wrong with my die. It's continuously rolling 9s and 6s.
Is that the cursed one? No, that's not.
No,
the
this
cursed
is not the cursed one.
The cursed one.
Did
The
you
cursed
destroy
one
the
gave him
cursed one?
once.
I haven't seen it for a while.
I think that Andrew took it, and with the means to destroy it, I don't think we've heard anything from it since.
It's
Probably
poisoning
fire.
all the other things around it. Or is this it? This is it.
Yeah, that looks
Here
like
it is.
Oh, that's one of my little
That
dice.
is the cursed die.
3!
That dice.
Now, give it to
never
me. Give it
rolls
to me
a
and
20.
watch what happens.
Give it
Turns
to
out
me.
there are
Yeah, it's a
2-digit numbers on
There's
these
a 9
dice.
again. 17. Oh, no much luck. Hey,
Here. Touch it and poison your fingers.
Right.
now roll it. What'd you roll?
5.
Yeah, you flow.
Turns out there are 2-digit numbers on these dice.
Critical fail.
See?
We need a
Higher
hammer.
chance to get into 1 with that. With this.
Perception with this.
That's the only thing I know about D&D is critical fail.
And critical success.
Yeah, there's critical fails and critical successes.
Perception.
Critical 20.
Perception. 11 for perception.
Yeah, the group is called
I'm really
critical.
bad at this.
Just so you're aware.
Can you give me the purple one?
The purple,
No, the purple one is there.
this point, this
Middle.
point, this point.
Everything is dying.
Nothing broke.
I'm sorry.
Thankfully.
I'm sorry. Okay. So We
Oh, 9.
yeah,
'Kay.
watch and he rolls.
So what did you actually roll a
Unlucky.
perception
I think
check,
you roll like a
Jonathan?
16 or an 11.
Okay,
No,
nothing.
I'm just
You don't
rolling
notice
green
anything.
because
Okay,
that's
Ammon,
up until
you
the
take
dog
second
cover.
watch, roll a perception check.
Where's the curse one? Here, use this.
Why not?
Whenever we want to fail, we use
Okay.
that.
18.
Not bad.
Plus perception.
Oh, well, that's gonna be pretty good. You know,
Not my die?
yeah, no,
Sure, fine.
It's not. I'm not gonna poison you.
Fine. I swear.
Yeah, 20.
You
Not
don't
natural
notice
20,
anything.
20.
Just 20.
A what?
Okay.
You don't notice anything. Okay, Rock, you took third watch, roll a perception check.
I like that dice.
Where is my perception? Perception. I have no bonuses, so 9.
You don't notice anything. And Megan, you took the fourth watch, so roll a perception check.
Okay, and then so it's this number plus the.
See, the thing with being part
thing.
dragon is you have a fire in, literally a fire inside of you, so you sleep pretty nice.
It's the living fire.
Unless it's summer.
Unless it's summer,
I
in
think
which you die.
Your perception bonus is a 3, so add 3
Yeah.
to what you rolled.
Okay, so it's 18.
Okay. So you notice there's almost a slightly swirling, very condensed storm not too far off.
Okay.
So we're going to be traveling in storm.
No. No.
Cole's favorite.
And you can see
weather.
flashes of lightning between the clouds.
This is not my character's forte, because like me, my character has brontophobia, which is fear of thunderstorms, because
I'm not a big fan of thunderstorms.
the people,
but
because
I
the
am.
people who killed my parents were storm conjurers. So
For a second, I thought you were gonna say
That is
storm.
actually a thing. In the Sword Coast Adventures Guide, there is the Storm Mage.
yeah, they were storm. So
Thatcher has no problems with it. He's worked in all sorts of weather.
Enjoy
This
the
is
pool.
Cole's favorite weather.
Joy.
Okay.
Like literally or or not at all.
Literally.
So your watch ends.
Anything that
You wake everyone up.
explodes.
You can still see this storm off in the distance.
mm-hmm.
It's probably only about half a mile in diameter,
Yeah.
but it's just quickly swirling.
That doesn't look natural. That
Extreme
looks
weather. That looks like a conjured.
That looks like a tornado.
It looks like a conjured storm.
But there's clear skies around it. There's something wrong here.
That seems like it might be a deity's realm.
What?
Might be.
Sure, let's walk towards the giant storm.
Do we
because
want
how
to
could
work?
this end
Do we
badly?
want to walk towards a giant? Is it in our path?
Technically, yes.
Then we're walking into this giant storm.
Yeah, that's totally go around.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that you don't want to do this, so I'm going to pick you up and carry you.
No,
Yeah.
we're in a knapsack.
So as you go down
As I
towards
quietly
the
freak out.
as you go down towards the bank of the river that you camped on, there's this bright flash and almost this crack that almost sounds like thunder, but something slightly off. And you look towards the storm, and this enormous black dragon comes out
Oh,
of this storm and lands on the opposite bank
Great! Hi!
and just looks at all of you.
I'm just gonna take a step forward and slowly.
Cole
drift
finds a
away.
bush.
I'm going to step forward because I'm part dragon, so I'm not really scared of dragons all that much.
I'm gonna step on the water and just float away.
So
Just no-
as he
no-
steps on
no-
the water freezes beneath him,
Yeah.
and he's standing on his own little iceberg, so he just starts floating.
Okay.
I'm too scared. I'm not dealing with this.
Cole finds a bush. A bush that's slightly too small for her.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Tell me when I get far enough from the
How,
dragon.
how
like
slightly too small?
I cast
I'm
She's
holding
holding
a twig.
Okay,
So
front of
now
her
I'm
face.
so
now I look
roll
like I'm
a
holding
stealth
an
check with
invisible
advantage,
something.
and make sure you mark off your
Twig
spell
from
slot.
Okay.
Tell me when I'm 300 feet
Uh,
away from the dragon,
so-
please.
Stealth. Okay.
So
Oh,
roll
no,
twice,
sorry.
pick the higher, and
Okay.
add your stealth to it.
Okay.
Stealth.
Okay. 6 and 17. So 17. Okay, so that would be 21,
No,
and then mark off my invisibility.
I still hold it.
Well, you just put a 1 next to your how many spells slots you have.
Yeah, now
So
it's
I speak Draconic, so I.
So do I.
Yeah,
So as you
that's
turn
okay.
invisible, it just
Oh.
looks
Oh,
towards
it's
you.
the, in the slots expended?
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah. As you turn invisible, it just looks towards you.
Yeah, so and it also looks like I'm holding an invisible football because I've been carrying you under my shirt, under my armpit this whole time. I think that I'm losing my mind, so I drop you.
And
Anyway,
Dust cloud.
I speak Draconic,
Concussion.
so I'm going to speak to this dragon on the other side of the river. See what I can.
Does a scream
Yeah.
in Draconic sound anything different than a scream in Common?
Not really.
Anyway, basically, I say, "Hail, Dova. What brings you here?"
Hail Dova. Dova is...
Dova is dragon from.
Dove is multiple, Dova is singular.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, but that's the wrong language.
Too bad!
That's the
That's-
language of the dragons. That's not Draconic.
Alright. Either way, I speak.
It's
in-
not Skyrim.
I call it by its official description, which would be
Dragon.
Black dragon.
Obsidian Dragon.
Yes.
Obsidian Dragon, as in Dragonvale?
Dude.
Is that?
Hail Elderkin. I'll just call it
Dragonvale
Elderkin.
is an app that you just
Looks
raise
towards
dragons.
you.
Oh, I'm thinking of like fairy tale. You know.
Yeah.
I
Obsidian.
see what you are.
It's kind of obvious.
I enter my full dragon state,
Golden dragon.
which is golden dragon. Yes.
Cool.
And you know, I just continue to stand.
Make an intelligence check.
That was a smart call. I'll take the chips.
15.
Golden dragons are metallic
Into the
dragons.
bag.
Black dragons are chromatic.
Chromatic, which
Chromatic.
is
Polar opposite.
polar opposite. So
Actually, the polar opposite of gold is red, but
which I used to be, so
yeah. So it just looks towards you. You cannot stop this.
Too bad, we're gonna try.
Stop what?
Calamity will fall.
Oh.
then I'll be here. When it gets here, when it falls, whenever it
I'm gonna
happens,
catch it.
And you shall die.
then I will die doing what I feel is right.
That's what it feels like.
Don't try and stop me.
Roll initiative.
I will not stop you. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Roll initiative.
But just a word of caution.
Providing caution to your enemy.
Time is short, as it always is. It is fleeting. It's a fleeting time for those who are immortal.
Quite an interesting thing.
And
Thank you.
thousands of years have gone to the preparation of this. Hundreds of thousands.
Then, I don't know, a couple weeks of unraveling should do the trick. You laugh, but it's happened. And it will happen. So watch your back.
Sounds like a smirk to me.
You may be big, but the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Which sounds completely different in Draconic.
And the smaller they are, the easier they are to consume.
Then prepare to consume yourself one heaping meal. Because I'm not going down without a fight.
He's
We
lean and
dragon.
gamey, don't eat him.
We dragons never do.
He's lean, gamey, and stringy, don't eat him.
Bahamut cannot save you now.
Then let my sword. Let whatever comes to my hand.
So, do you actually know who Bahamut is?
No, I do not.
Make a religion check. You can make a religion check if you want to.
God of Dragons.
I don't know what a religion is.
Technically not true.
17.
Darn it.
Bahamut.
17.
Oh,
I've heard of
Bahamut!
Bahamut is the platinum dragon.
The
Yeah.
platinum dragon.
He is the god of the metallic dragons.
Uh-huh.
You were only half correct.
I was close.
Tiamat is his polar opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Bahamut.
Those are in Dragonvale too.
What, Tiamat? The dragon queen?
Sometimes the rainbow tastes you.
That's 20 months. The rainbow.
Bahamut may not be able to save me, but the Dawn Father is at my side. And you know what? Maybe that doesn't consent for anything.
The Dawn Father is weak.
Have you met the Dawn Father?
Much of his strength during the first calamity. The rest
Met
team.
the Dawn Father.
You know, I'm gonna put this in my book collection over here, even though the first book is right there. But
I don't fear the calamity. I don't fear death, and I don't fear you.
then maybe you are a fool.
If I'm a fool, then I'm a fool, but I am a fool to believe that you will cause me any trouble.
It's
Step
not
away.
breathing fire yet, is it?
Black dragons don't breathe fire.
Call's walking past it like she doesn't care.
Hey Derek, I have a question. Where am I?
Unless you have something
On the
useful.
map? Same place as everyone else.
I'm slowly drifting
We're
away.
on
Oh, you're not that fast.
They're on this side. The dragon's on this side.
It's been like a minute.
It is, but it has only been like a minute.
I know, I'm just waiting till
Unless
I'm
you
Like,
have-
they can still see you downriver.
Look, unless you have more useful information for me or are wanting to fight, step aside.
Call doesn't even ask it to step aside. She just walks past it like she doesn't care. If it's not breathing fire, she doesn't care.
As you can see, you are not a nuisance to most of us.
Is
Matilda-
that a weight joke?
It just looks down at you and like,
Is that a weight joke?
Matilda Beth thought about walking past it, but then she couldn't touch the ground in the river as she crossed.
So she came back and
So she came back because she can't swim.
and basically crawled up on top of my shoulders.
Yep.
Why is your hair all flat?
I'll make you some boots later.
you cannot stop.
Then I won't stop.
Yeah. Backwards javelin throw.
I won't
At
stop.
who?
I will end
Dragon.
Roll to hit. If you can hit, I'll actually kind of be impressed.
Nah.
Actually, nah. Okay, roll damage.
No, I didn't roll nat 20. I'm
Oh.
praying for the dice gods. Nat 20.
I'm gonna take a guess on number 1. Ooh, that's close.
What is it?
19.
Now it's a 1.
So,
It was a
It
nine-
was a 19.
So 19 plus like 10 hits. Roll damage. Oh wait, no, plus. It's only plus a few, but it's still plenty.
1d6 plus 2. Where's my d6? There it is. Max damage. Close. 7.
Okay? Like sticks in. Dragon like reaches down and like cracks the haft of the javelin
Don't care. Continues walking.
and is going to make a tail attack against you.
Knocking into the river.
Yeah.
That is 30 to hit.
That hits.
Wow.
I got sick of it talking.
For 23 points of damage. As it.
What is 71 minus 23?
A lot.
Okay, so minus 2.
So, and it just smacks you to the ground.
Actually, how much damage did
Across the river. Bam!
Sure, across the
Kind of
river.
like skip, like rock skip across.
Sure. Why not?
48.
4d8. Sorry, I had to.
Everything has its own timetable, including the gods.
All I can say to you is back off. We have an agenda and you are not part of it. I don't care how big or threatening you think you are.
Back off behind water.
To me, you are smaller than the smallest mouse.
Your mouse looks at you.
Picks up mouse by tail to show point. Which
Smaller than this.
it's me holding up the mouse.
I
So
shall
the mouse
see
looks
you
like
again.
it's just floating by its tail.
I shall see you again, little mouse. And he flies back into the storm, and the storm just dissipates.
Okay, now I'm just slowly walking back to you guys. I'm running back as fast as I can. Backwards.
Okay, I come out of invisibility. I told you guys there's a reason why I don't like storms.
Well, you're not liking this one anytime soon, and neither am I.
Too bad, voice from nowhere.
Oh, she reappeared.
I reappeared.
That would have been funny. Darn it.
Ariel, how are you holding up?
She's
Two
just
thumbs
like
down.
she's like hiding behind a bush.
Dragon.
Don't worry, it's gone now.
She like looks up.
I tried going across the river and I couldn't.
Just as Paul picks you up and walks across the river.
I'm still in my dragon form, so I grab Varial lightly and gently as I can and hover over the other side.
Please ignore the claws.
Yeah,
I
pretty
kind
much.
of, I kind of basically
This way?
just kind of pick her up like this and just.
Yeah.
When
We don't need the copyright.
Alright, anyway. So. Yeah.
Not there yet.
Fly her over to the other side.
Okay.
Alright, we continue to walk.
Okay.
And
I'm
I
kind of-
continue to run.
What?
Wait, did we pick
Is that
this
okay?
up from
No,
some?
no, I'm still
Hold on
running.
just a second. I can't hear what Derek's saying. He is super
I
quiet.
said okay.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm still running to catch up to you guys. by
Oh,
the
you
way.
didn't hear what I said? Take 2d20 damage.
Anyway, we continue to walk to Oriel.
Okay.
Do we reach Oriel by this point, or are we continuing to walk just normally?
You do make it to Oriel.
Has Cole been here before?
No.
Probably.
No one's been.
Around there.
I haven't been here.
Alright. The last I checked, my friend Ander was living here. I haven't seen him in a couple years, but hopes are that he's here and he can be of help to us. To kind of give you a little bit of background on Ander, he's a little,
Thirsty.
not really, he's working past it, but it's been a struggle.
That was an out of character joke.
No, he's kind of trying to work past it as best as he can.
Yeah.
He's a vampire, elder vampire, actually. So, yeah.
Now I know a werewolf and a vampire. Werewolf. Poor excuse.
She's a druid or transformer of things into wolves. It's different. She's not a werewolf.
Well, no, there's actually a werewolf.
No, we actually have a werewolf.
Yeah. There actually is a werewolf.
Ander, he's
Trouble in
quite
the cave.
he's quite good. In another time he was a barbarian. Probably still could be
barbarian.
counted as a barbarian, but yeah, he pretty good with weapons and, quite powerful in the ways of dark magic, so yeah.
Tasty, tasty dark magic.
Plus he's, for a vampire, he's pretty nice. Pretty good guy. He's been running with another group lately, and this was the last place where they were noted. They kind of get noted everywhere they go. But, yeah. They're part of a small guild led by a mysterious paladin by the name of Sir Valor. Haven't really seen him either.
Are you trying to tell me that a paladin is leading what is basically a cult that has a vampire in it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Either that's an Oathbreaker paladin, or they don't know it's a vampire. Those are the only two options.
They're not leading any sort of cult. They're like a small group.
Guild.
Like a guild.
As a
Like,
guild.
there's only 3 of them.
They're called the 7-Point Star.
There's only 3 of them. The last elder vampires that he worked with have scattered themselves to the 4 corners of the wind.
The name doesn't fit, but we're keeping it anyway. Because triangle just doesn't have the same ring to it.
They're actually more
The
like a
trident.
they're more like a trident.
Fine. Rain on my parade then. Just joking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that the last time I spoke to him was
Third
couple
grade.
years ago.
So, as you approach Oriel, there are significant changes in the landscape from any time. You've been here before. It didn't look like this.
Me?
There are a lot more trees of many different colors.
Kind of
The-
makes me think of.
The plants almost are larger than usual.
The Feywild is creeping in.
I hate the
You and me both, sister.
I could care
The
less.
sky has a slightly more green hue.
Hooray, Feywild.
Fae are just freaky.
Depends
Don't
on the
make
Fae.
deals with the Fae. Don't eat anything they give you. Don't accept anything they give you.
You
Don't
ate
say thank you
something.
to them.
You ate something.
I know.
I ate something because I was forced to, okay?
You weren't forced to.
I was
Ignore
hungry.
them as safely as you can.
I
Basically.
I walk to the nearest bar. You need rumors, explanations, anything. You go to a bar.
True.
Call
Okay.
homeless because there's
So you
alcohol.
go to the bar? It is next to empty.
More for me!
There is a bartender.
Is he?
He looks a little bit young to be tending a bar.
So he seems pretty. He might seem pretty surprised to have us around.
A
He's
violent
probably
person.
about like 8.
Oh.
Hi there.
Where's your father? Where's the key?
Are
He's
you
the
the? Are you the tender of this bar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course I am.
Okay.
Reminds you
Of course I am.
I slip
Seven
him.
Deadly Sins.
I slip him a couple
It
seconds.
is seven deadly sins.
You've been playing Skyrim, haven't you?
I have been playing Skyrim for the last little while. Yes. I slip him a few gold pieces and say, "I'm looking for the ebony trident.
You don't even
Have you seen them?
I do.
An
He doesn't.
orc, a
You
man,
don't have
giant.
any money on you.
I do have a lot of money on me.
Where's your money then?
Can you give me my piece of paper back?
Can you give me my
What piece
paper?
of paper did I take? Oh, this one.
Piece of paper did
I never took that.
This. Yeah. Thank you.
You don't have money on that one. Oh, you have money on that one.
I have.
No, you don't. Wait.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, take notes.
This is my most recent one, so I have 200 gold pieces. I slip him a couple gold pieces and say,
Mine is
"You
two
haven't
gold
happened to see
Does
them.
he have a broken sword?
Not,
They're with."
not really. Nobody really comes by here.
That's
Wait, does he have a
unfortunate.
broken sword?
Does it have a broken sword?
But the kid?
Yes.
Like a
Oh,
just a hilt.
I know what you're
Yes.
talking about.
Just
the
a-
seven sins.
Please.
Yeah, he has just a hilt.
Yes.
Does he have a tattoo on his shoulder?
No.
No! Is he wearing a long sleeve?
Wait, but no,
I'm
no,
so
no.
confused.
They're
No.
talking about a Netflix series called The Seven Sins.
Does he have blonde hair at least?
Actually, no, his hair is brown.
Dang it! Oh, we lost the
Darn it!
character.
Darn it! Darn it!
There you go.
So upset.
You need that.
It's such a good anime.
Do you know
This
where
was-
any? Do you know where we might find them?
They left me in the river and I'm still walking behind them. And they walk faster, so.
Anyway, do you know where we might find them or a large group of people?
Not really. I just run the bar.
Not really.
That surprises me a little bit. Well, thank you for your time. You can keep the gold.
Thanks. He like pockets it.
Pockets the gold.
Thanks.
Tell me when I reach the
Thanks.
tavern, please.
You make it right as they're leaving.
Yeah. We,
Call has a keg.
we step out of the tavern.
Call stole a keg.
It's an 8-year-old.
It's like stealing booze from a baby.
I scan the area to see if I can find anybody. 'Cause if this bar's empty, then the town's pretty empty.
Yeah. It's
So as you look
the bar
around,
is the center of life to any town.
Yeah, pretty much.
you see a couple like kids running around having fun.
Fun hitting each other in the head with rocks.
No, they're not hitting each other in the head with rocks. There are some
Slapping
people.
each other across the face.
There
with
are
fish.
some boys who are like fighting each other with wooden swords. Like
Paul jumps in.
Are there
with a
any-
sword?
Until the basically just where are all the adults?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Are there any adults?
I'm an adult.
They're down at the mine.
Of course.
Oh, this is a mining town.
Well, then that's where we'll find all the people. Is the mine.
Hey, Derek.
I will not use my flaming sword.
Hey, Brock. Can I
Please
see your character for a second?
Please
My
do not.
character.
Yeah,
I will create
that's
a
what it looks
forever
like.
fire. Have you heard about that coal mine down in Virginia
No, I
that's been
like
burning
what's it
for
look
over
like
100
waist
years?
scale?
No.
It's
I
a
have-
forever fire.
Like, you have shorts or something? Dang it.
I wear pants.
Still hasn't been burning
I wear
longer.
pants.
Still hasn't been burning longer than
I can't do
the
anything to you.
Olympic flame.
Then the world's been
Pull my
turning.
shorts down or something.
No. No, if you have shorts,
The
that'd
world
be way
still
easier to
spins.
I was
You
thinking
left
we
me a
didn't start the
mile
fire.
behind. Oh, you guys left me a mile behind. I'm
Well-
pretty ticked.
That was your fault.
You jumped in the river.
Yeah, I can't.
You jumped in the river.
I tried running to you guys, and you guys just left me behind.
You didn't exactly say anything.
I was like.
I asked where he
behind you
was.
guys.
Anyway.
You guys saw me go.
They're
Anyway.
crooked.
I know.
I'm going to ask him to point me in the direction of the mine so that we can find the people.
You've been here before.
Oh yeah, I have been here before, but it's.
I just can't punish her.
You would know where
Because
the
I'll
mine
get
is.
hurt.
Alright.
I
I made
can't
my way
punish
towards
her
the mine.
'cause I can't. I'll
Okay.
just do it.
You are.
There is a
I can punish
Calm
you.
down.
the mine has a wooden building in front of it.
I knock on the door of the wooden building.
No one answers.
Okay, they must
Alright.
all be in the mine.
I
I-
open the door.
Yeah, we push open the doors to the mine.
Okay.
Crunch.
Open the
Chip
door.
looks like a peach.
You do
right?
hear a few clangs off in the distance of clearly people mining.
I walk until I see somebody.
Okay.
I just had the horrible.
You
thought
see this-
in my head.
First one
Yell
sees
into the
this probably middle-aged man. His hair is starting to gray slightly. And as he looks over at you, you notice his eyes have no pupils.
He's an Eldrin.
No, I think he's blind.
And he just looks at you for a bit and looks back and keeps mining.
I walk over to the man and ask him about this group of people, the Iron Trident,
You said ebony before.
Ebony Trident.
He just looks back towards you. Looks back and just keeps mining.
Oh no.
Spells, hooray!
Can I make a wisdom check or an intelligence check or whatever check I
This
need
would
to
be
make?
an arcana check.
Arcana check.
Where do we keep that?
I'll do it.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, I actually have bonuses to that. Yay. Okay.
Ooh, I have a good arcana check.
10. I rolled a 10, basically.
Can I roll?
His eyes are pretty weird.
They are pretty weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for that. Yep. There
One
we go.
easy way to test this is if you throw something at his head.
Okay. I go to tap him on the forehead.
18.
Your finger makes contact.
He doesn't.
Nope, he doesn't respond.
I rolled 18.
He rolled an 18.
Okay. You've studied a bit magically. You know quite a bit of magic. He is clearly under some sort of enchantment.
Would this be
Oh,
a good
he's
place for me to
taxed.
step
That's
in?
what it was.
If you want to.
My arcana is like a 6.
That's
so
more
do
than-
I rolled a 20?
Yeah, you need to roll a 20 total at least, in order probably to figure
And
this.
anyone who wants to can also make a perception check.
Alright.
Okay.
Perception check.
Oh, that was not
18.
good. I got an 8.
21.
I
got a 21 perception.
got 9
Yeah.
on arcana.
So you notice pretty much the same thing he notices. You notices
8.
it sounds, from the echoes you're hearing, sounds like everyone is mining in rhythm.
This is definitely.
It's a chain gang.
I dashed deeper into the mine. Quiet,
Are they singing?
like sneak thief.
Make a stealth check.
Are they singing Poe Lazarus?
No.
Darn it.
I need to look at my stealth. Stealth bonus is 5. Great.
Call follows in her heavy boots.
Did I use identify to identify the spell that everybody's under?
That's not quite how identify works. It's more you use it on an object, but I would say
Oh.
you could determine the nature of the spell.
16. I rolled a
Okay.
16 stealth.
Okay.
It's the man. They've got control over them.
Okay, so can I cast identify?
Case you cast identify. This is very clearly an enchantment. a more potent enchantment kind of a spell. More like a charm.
Okay.
But like a more powerful charm. Like
Yeah.
something you haven't experienced before.
Yeah. This is something I'm very unfamiliar with.
Yeah. There is no piano.
It's not piano.
Or organ.
This is organ.
This is the sound that is coming from the mind.
Yes, that is the sound that is coming. Except you need to do it in unison.
You know, it's not hard to be stealthy when you have all these people mining.
At the same time, you should take a step.
And the people don't even look.
Hal continues to slap heads as she walks past.
Okay.
Whee!
So, I continue to sneak, lightly, searching for anybody who isn't mining, really.
Okay, so you keep going down the mine, you keep passing people, and the occasional torch or two.
That's gonna get annoying after a while, guys.
It's
'Kay.
already annoying.
It started
So
out
you
as
just
annoying.
keep following this tunnel that has people every now and again.
You
Okay.
have a pencil, it's your fault. I'll stop.
Okay.
By the way,
Anyway,
everything's right over there.
Anyway,
That's like the
Let's
fifth
look
time,
this
guys.
up.
That's like the fifth time.
look. Point is,
The point is,
I'm searching for somebody who is obviously not in a trance.
No one looked this up, by the way.
You keep going down the mine.
No, it's
Eventually you
barely.
you don't see it. You stop seeing people.
Stop seeing people.
You just keep going.
We need a paper towel. Before that
There
happens.
are paper towels here somewhere.
just use tissues.
How long does an enchantment usually work before it wears off? Does anybody
Make an
know this?
Arcana check.
Until the caster
Make
dies.
no. This would be an intelligence, just straight intelligence.
Okay.
Depending on the strength of the spell or what spell is used, until the caster dies.
20 total.
It is based on the spell. Some spells are shorter lived. There are some spells that can go on practically indefinitely, but have to have a constant source of power.
I don't think it goes on forever because
There are some that last for quite a while.
And how close does the caster need to be in order for this to continue being effective?
Not applicable.
Not applicable?
For most charm spells, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Does the caster have to be living?
No.
Does it have to be within this plane?
If it's not living, I don't
I
think the same
think,
plane matters.
yes, it has to be within the same plane. I'm going to say it has to be within the same plane. I've got to
I
set
get that
something.
I get
But
that
it
it doesn't
dies.
matter if it were dead, like undead, because undead sorcerers, they exist.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm speaking like if it is at the current point in time non-living, like
Yeah.
non-conscious, not living. Could the,
Well, not conscious, no.
so like if I had a fully living wizard or sorcerer or necromancer or something, and I killed them, if they have been killed or had their undeadedness stripped away, can the spell still work?
No.
Okay.
If they lose consciousness, the spell stops.
So am I the only one who finds it weird that the children know exactly where their parents are, and yet they aren't scared or afraid?
Yeah,
or
like
anything?
these kids don't really seem to care. It's probably because their parents are most often in the mines all the time.
That or the parents do come back because they're feeding them. They're also being fed. I'm pretty sure they're not living by themselves. They're having
Yeah.
fun with their friends. They're not working, so they're at least coming back, which means that the charm or whatever breaks, and they always go back to work, but they don't know how long they've been working.
Yeah, like is because this is weird. Okay, the caster is nowhere in sight, obviously, but they'd at least want to be able to be close enough that they can keep tabs on what's going on.
So let's find the nearest houses outside.
Yeah, we could search houses. That's all.
Or the caster somewhere within the mine.
Yeah, like probably there are so many options of things that could be going on.
It's that or it's the deepest as you can go into the mine or the most valuable areas.
Okay, I want to keep progressing into the mine until I find the end.
And
Because
don't get lost.
if it's not applicable, that like the distance that the caster needs to be, then the fact that I'm not hearing anybody mining continuously could not be a problem. Plus, I didn't ever enter that wooden house outside of the mine. I kind of just knocked on the door. So I say somebody goes and checks that wooden house and then goes and checks the other houses, while me and at least one other person continue deeper into the mine.
I'll go deeper. I got an idea.
All right, the sneaky ones will continue in the mine.
I'll just go invisible.
The two,
The
Talk
three
about
others, including Variel, unless of course
the
she
girls
wants.
will leave and
Yeah.
the men will stay.
Dude, hang on. But I haven't even asked Variel what she wants to do, because despite the fact that she's been quiet, she still has an opinion. Alright, I turn to Variel. What do you want to do? Do you want to come with us deeper into the mine, or do you want to go with them searching the houses?
I'd rather leave the mine.
Smart choice.
It's
I'd be helpful in the mine.
kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because I can disguise myself and I have invisibility.
That
Well,
is
I don't have invisibility anymore, but I have
Okay.
disguise self.
So, you take Variel and go search houses.
The big scary person goes search the houses full of children. Good idea.
Well, there is a princess with, and she lives pretty close. She could kind of be the charismatic one, despite the fact that she's not very emotive at the moment. But, yeah. Be safe. If anything happens, hide behind the big one.
Okay.
How old is she? Is she like 8?
She's my
She's
age.
7.
She's about
Well,
18.
18.
She's very timid for an 18-year-old.
Yes.
I mean,
Call is 16.
If you could see my notes. If you
two
could
should
see
be
my
able to
notes.
Call is 16.
Yeah, the two of you should be able to more or less get along. You're about the same age, despite racial
Despite
differences.
racial, the whole
Maturity.
racial maturity, yeah.
Yeah, like
She's actually about 80.
by technical standards.
Welcome to the world of elves. They
Yeah.
ruin everything.
They ruined everything.
Anyway,
I will die before I see the ring in the hands of an elf.
So the thing's non-living.
the what?
The caster. Or caster.
It's well, if the caster has been able to remain conscious for long enough for these people to
Well, I
continue.
know it's conscious, but is it undead? Basically, is that what you've been saying?
What? No.
No, it's a living person.
It could potentially be undead.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, how long has this enchantment been going on, and how consistently? If it's not been,
Is there a big pile of rocks around everyone's feet?
I don't know. I never checked that. I was just kind of looking for people.
There is not a big pile of rocks around everyone's feet.
They must be not working very efficiently then.
Either that, or they've just started for the day.
Not efficiently. Work faster.
Because I
Progress.
can do locate object.
I don't know.
And I can.
Are you calling the caster an object?
Yeah, I am.
Because this is what I'm thinking. Like, how consistently are they under disenchantment? Like, do they know that they're under an enchantment?
Actually, I can actually do a spell. I can dispel magic.
Because if this has been going on constantly, like day in, day out, then not only are these people being kept fresh without need for food or water, but the caster has not been sleeping at all because they need to be conscious in order for this to work.
Depends on the spell.
Depends on the spell.
Depends on the spell.
Always depends.
Some spells can last for up to a year.
This
This is
Some
easily-
spells
the
last
best,
indefinitely.
Best guess is that this spell is like keeps like you don't necessarily have to be conscious to.
And
She's
there are
guessing from the nature of this spell.
And there are spells that is the case, and you would know that.
This
Because I've
spells-
come across spells like this in my, like spells like that do similar things to this in like my reading and stuff, but
This spell seems very lucrative.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm going to. Not only am I going to continue sneaking down this way with these two helping me, I'm going to send Roderick ahead. Because Roderick's been very helpful in the past. He got a whole bunch of other mice together to bring me my equipment during a time that I was stuck in it.
Natural 18 on intelligence.
So the mouse has initiative.
Yeah, the mouse has its own initiative, which is incredible.
Not literally, but it has initiative.
It has initiative. But it got a natural 18. Which
So I got a thought we can try.
Mhm.
I can dispel the magic on a few of the beings. A few of the people, see if I can do something.
You of the beans.
We can question them.
So, Ammon, are you going outside or farther in?
he's helping me
We
go
go
further.
farther in.
'Kay.
So I could do it on somebody.
He could probably see if he could break this enchantment on at least one person.
Okay.
So, yeah. A great big spell book.
Okay. I'm gonna use this spell on the nearest.
Dispel magic?
Yes.
What level?
What level?
What level?
What do you mean?
What level of dispel?
What level of spell slot are you using?
Okay, I'm gonna do the highest. So it's not
I believe
strong
third.
magic is.
So third level.
Does it work?
Roll a check and add your spell attack bonus.
Dang it!
So close!
It was at 18 and then went sideways into like the middle point.
If it was cocked, you have to reroll.
Oh, that's true. That's worse. 11.
It seems to have no effect.
You can try again.
I can
later.
do it. I can do it again later. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, you have a. How many spell slots does he have?
Does anyone have a blunt
Spell slot.
object?
Why? To hit him on the head? If they're under if they're under an enchantment, then that's not gonna work.
I can do it 2 more times.
What does True Strike do?
So, it gives you advantage on your next attack roll against the target.
Oh.
It's like basically giving yourself an extra dexterity. Extra
No, it's seeing where they're weak.
Okay.
So
With magic.
have we passed by any coal or like iron or like what?
Mostly just been stone.
Just stone. Haven't seen any minerals. Okay. Just hopefully we pass by any special gems
Anyway.
or anything. I can use that. It's my advantage. Let's just keep going lower and lower.
Yeah. We keep delving deeper while these two make their way out. By the way, Call. First thing that you need to do is check that wooden house outside of the mine.
Okay.
Are you going to be?
Yes, I will be perfectly capable of checking the house.
You drink from the keg, Derek.
Varial?
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Varial, do you have any sort of weapon to defend yourself?
Not really.
I pull out one of my daggers and I hand it to her. Be
9.
careful, this is sharp, but it will be very effective if you stab somebody with it.
Hit them with the
Okay.
pointy end. I rolled a 9.
I don't intend on making
You fail.
I don't intend on making you use this, but in the event that you need to, you have it. I
I
don't.
forgot what that one is.
Which number?
6.
You may not realize this, but you hold some significant importance in my mind right now. So I need to make sure that you're alive.
I think
okay?
6 is actually just nothing.
Point is, I care
So you're
about
just,
whether
like,
or not
slightly
you live
tipsy.
or die. So I much would rather if you survived. That's just my personal opinion. There are a lot of other people who would say different, but you're important to me, and that's what matters.
Oh, by the way, you have the just drunk fool now.
I'm only slightly tipsy.
Don't be alarmed. She's actually pretty capable when she's drunk. It's surprising.
It gives me +5 to attack damage.
Just stand behind her when anything happens. And duck really, really low. She tends to swim wild.
Okay.
Okay.
I put my hand on her shoulder and give a reassuring look.
Okay, this hurts.
Try to be
Make a
alert.
persuasion check.
Sure, Mr. Fangs.
15.
She doesn't seem entirely convinced.
Not entirely convinced, but you know, enough to listen. And yeah, this poor girl, she has to deal with us. Why did she come along?
She got shot in the leg?
I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it, but...
Why does she not have a problem with it? Is what you're asking. Why does she...
Yeah, why does she have no problem with coming along? Because I didn't ask her. She was at the guild hall where she was perfectly safe, and she followed behind us.
Well, I don't understand. Why did I notice her first?
That is a good point. She's a quiet girl. It's interesting. I still like her. Okay. We continue to delve further into the mine.
You can discuss that with your teacher in the next lesson.
The berries and the leaves.
Okay, I push you in the direction and she follows.
Probably.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. We delve further into the mine now.
Okay. You keep going probably about an hour into
That's a
this
long way.
cave. And it all looks like it's been dug.
Okay. Is this look like freshly dug or like dug a long time ago?
It looks like it was dug quite a while ago. And as you continue down, you reach a place where it levels off. And you see light ahead of you.
Okay.
Torchlight.
I get close to the ground, close
And
enough
you
that I
don't
can be...
have your hard hitter with you. And there's a lit
I'll
cave.
use invisibility.
Okay, roll a stealth check with
I
advantage.
am a sneak thief and an assassin. I can be counted on.
I'm the damage absorber. I'm the sponge in this situation.
Right, but we don't need a sponge. We need a poisonous
15.
snake.
They don't need a sponge, they need a
Have
squirt gun.
pseudo dragon.
15.
Your pseudo dragon
Okay.
thus far has not done very much.
That's because we keep forgetting it exists.
Well, that certainly doesn't help.
Uh-huh.
That certainly also doesn't. Where is my chalice? I had a cup before, but now I don't. That might be.
Might as well.
I'm willing to take risk. I've trialed poisons.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Mono is nothing. Alright. Anyway. So. It's kind of sad, but my mouse has been a better help to our group than your pseudo dragon has, because you haven't done anything with him.
I forget he exists sometimes. Sometimes he gets tied up in my hair and I just forget that he's there, and then he starts fighting me because he gets hungry, and then...
You certainly are a pretty clueless person.
Clueless?
Matilda will just consent to hide behind Thatcher because she cast her invisibility earlier.
Invisibility... when did you cast it?
When the dragon.
That was
Invisibility
weeks
doesn't
ago.
last that
That was
long.
like-
Oh,
weeks ago.
I know.
So you probably recast it by now.
It costs no spell slots, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Invisibility costs spell slots.
Really?
Yes, it is not a ritual.
Yeah, it's not a ritual.
What?
Ritual
But
does not require...
Invisibility is part of my theme, so...
So why haven't you used...
Invisibility doesn't count
So-
against your number of prepared spells, but it still requires a spell
That's why
slot.
Matilda Beth is hiding behind Thatcher because she expended her invisibility.
Okay, so
earlier.
roll a stealth
No,
check
it
with
does.
advantage.
Oh, okay. I'll get it noted in mind.
Okay.
With advantage or disadvantage?
Advantage.
Advantage.
And disadvantage from turning invisible.
Nah.
Okay, 16.
Well, the only disadvantage I could see is bumping into people a lot.
Do you want to roll a
Somehow
stealth
this was
check
even
too?
less than unhelpful.
Brock, do you want to roll a stealth check too, since both the people with you have?
Yeah. I mean, I...
No, I'm just gonna storm in as loudly as possible.
Or why are you rolling with advantage?
I'm not rolling with advantage. It landed in the crowd.
Oh, okay. Thought you were rolling with advantage.
Was that a 4?
I can't see what it is. It's a 7. And then,
7s and 4s look similar.
and then my stealth bonus.
No,
is
don't.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can count. I rolled a 12. I'm unfortunate.
12! Ow! I need that for thinking. I don't use it that much, but still.
Exactly. You won't miss it.
Miss what? Ooh, look, something.
Okay.
Alright.
So what did you get, Brock?
12. I know.
The
it's
thief. The
unfortunate.
thief got the lowest. Okay. So you going into the
Yeah,
chamber?
We're making our way towards the light.
Okay.
Could be that way in many ways.
As you make it towards, you begin to notice there's some sort of a dais in the middle of this chamber. It's not hard to see. It's fairly well lit. And there appears to be a woman standing atop the dais.
Stab her in the neck.
With a blue robe with her back facing you.
That is definitely the robe of a magic user. I draw my weapons quietly and progress forward.
Kidney punch. Kidney punch.
She just turns around and looks at you.
That was a she.
I already said that.
I heard a he. He just turned around and looks at you.
And she has like long blonde hair. And has a wooden staff in her hand. She just looks towards you.
I straighten myself now she's seen us. Progressing to my full 6'6" height.
Seen you.
Seen me. Yeah,
Well, you don't know who else she's noticed.
that is a good point. She could be pretty perceptive.
That dust over there is moving.
Anyway, I bring myself to my full height and say, "Are you responsible for the enchantment on these people?"
She just smiles slightly.
I decide it's useless to hide at this point because she seems to be very perceptive, so I come out of hiding.
She comes out of hiding.
Ah, you see, it's not worth trying to hide from me.
I'm just staying hidden because I don't care.
This looks... I may have had something to do with it, yes.
Cut her Achilles tendon. Both of them.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. I don't have any bonus. Wait, do I have bonuses to wisdom? I do not have bonuses to wisdom. 17.
You feel some sort of almost magical effect creep over you, but you manage to shrug it off.
Magical effect right here.
Well, pretty much.
And what you just tried to do to me just then, that was the same thing.
Not quite.
Whatever it was, I don't care. I'm not here to cause trouble.
I sense that there's
Specific.
powerful magic at hand.
You sense
oh,
that there's
really?
powerful magic.
And you notice...
I mean, like, no, like more
You notice
than,
there's
more
not
than what we
actually torches around the room, there's just floating balls of fire.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I sense that like this is like
This is
bigger than anything that I've come across, which I've come across a lot.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, when you run across a magical person that has a lot of magical powers, you don't exactly expect it to be minuscule.
Well, I mean, like I've come across a lot. This is more than I've ever come across.
Well, then that's quite unfortunate. I've faced off against some
My
pretty
character.
powerful wizards, but
What
only
would
made
she
it out with
do?
like a couple.
You make a wisdom saving throw as well.
Okay.
As you
What
feel
would
this
my-
effect creeping over you.
Oh,
She critically
unfortunately,
failed.
I critically failed.
So, you walk forward and stand next to this person.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're in league with them. No.
And you've just converted my friend to your cause using magic.
Me?
Not exactly.
I don't like you.
I don't like you.
I
What would Call be doing right now?
I
Would she be bored enough to come back?
I slowly and as
Hmm.
well, not slowly. I quickly grabbed for a throwing dagger and let it fly.
Okay, roll to hit.
Kunai attack.
That's a 8, I think. Is it an 8 or is it a 3?
3.
Probably.
Unfortunate.
She would probably be bored enough to come back. Especially with alcohol.
Varel's just like, wait, where are you going? I thought we were leaving.
And she follows behind him.
I don't feel like it right now. Talking is boring.
What kind of bonuses would I have to have in order to throw that? Or
What did you roll to hit?
a 3?
You miss.
You miss.
You miss a peasant with that roll.
That was not very threatening, but
So you just throw it and you completely miss.
okay.
Like
You drop it behind
multiple
your back.
feet to her side.
Multiple feet to her side.
So I'm essentially in a trance right now.
More or less.
Okay.
Right. Either way, I'm gonna pull my swords now and lunge. As quickly and with as much power as I can behind it.
And as you do that, because you're still a significant distance away, probably at least 20 feet, says, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Alright, I halt.
At least you have a little bit of sense.
Enough to know that you are up to no good.
Oh, really?
Shut up.
Oh, really?
And enough to know that these people, whatever you've done to them, they've been at this for quite a while,
And they'll want their pupils back.
and I'm fairly certain that their children, at least somewhat, miss them. So,
They will
I'm-
find the chamber of the dragon for me.
Oh,
And as you look around, you actually notice there is quite a large door at the back of this chamber with runes around the outside.
Oh,
It
so
looks
they're not
like-
mining for stuff. They're just digging in a hole trying to find
A way in.
the way
they're not
in.
digging for something. They're digging for the nothingness, which
Where's
is a
the
hallway rune hole of
Yeah.
dragonness.
Yeah.
you're here to release whatever's behind that door.
No.
No.
Then why do you have these people constantly mining towards the possible inner sanctum of that door?
No, they're not trying to get past this door. I can't get through it unless they find the chamber of the dragon.
Oh, so the dragon opens it?
Okay, so what's behind that? I mean, it's so obvious that it most
That's
likely
for me to know and you to not. Ammon, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I don't like this one at all.
I don't want to play anymore.
Since she knows you're there, she rolled perception of 20.
7
You dispel the invisibility on yourself and also walk up and stand next to her.
Oh no.
All right, I'm alone in this.
The sponge has arrived. Oh, plural person. Okay.
And yes, you
You know, the most
eventually
unfortunate
just-
thing about this is she's brought the two smallest people to her side.
I believe we're the strongest, actually, compared to you.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
the other
I am
problem.
very strong and I am a magic user.
Well, then that's simple. The weak-minded are immune.
apparently.
Weak-minded. I have 14 wisdom and 12 intelligence.
So
Yeah,
a
I also
table
have
appears,
14.
and both of you sit at the table, and you begin focusing on this thing.
Uh-oh.
You just begin focusing.
What are you making them do? What are they doing?
They're helping.
Well, I get that. But what are they doing?
They're helping me find the chamber.
Focusing as in like arcane focus?
Arcanic. Clearly arcanic.
Oh, okay. There's a plural person in here.
Yes, you breathe through and...
Call. Thank you for your observation, but that is not what we need right now. What we need is to get this woman to stop being such a...
Javelin throw.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Javelin throw. Roll high. Wisdom saving throw. That would be a 11.
You will also stand up and walk over to her.
Can I not be the only helpless one right now?
What? The DC is 15. It's not my
you
fault.
are.
How come I had to roll a 9?
I grab Varial, who is standing behind her, pull her close, and hold the sword, because I don't want her leaving. I don't need more people against me.
Actually, technically, Varial has to make the saving throw too. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, Varial actually succeeded.
Oh. Lucky you.
Which means she's now immune to the effect. But
Well, so am I, so.
yeah,
Great.
so it
Now I've
hasn't
got-
happened again.
I haven't even seen her fight yet. I'm scared. Because
What if she
For
goes
all I
completely
know-
feral?
for all I know, she is completely untrained in any sort of sword play.
Basically, she's worthless.
Yeah. For all I that's exactly
But she's
it. For all
obviously
I-
very experienced in magic, which
well, she's experienced enough to shrug it off. That's
I think he's talking about Varial, not the.
yeah,
Oh.
very off.
oh,
I'm talking very off.
I could tell that you were talking about two very different people.
Yeah. Like I
Really?
have no idea how helpful she's gonna be to me, but she is helpful to another section of something over here, so I don't want her dead. Plus, I like her, so.
Try and convince her that Call is not the best person. What is she gonna do? What is your use with that one? The big one?
So okay, so here's my question: how is she gonna be helpful? Gestures slightly to Call.
She is strong. Once the chamber is found, she will help get to it.
And what do you hope to gain?
Do I have enough will to take more drinks?
What is behind that door?
Well, yeah, but like, what's behind the door?
That's for me to know and you to know.
I know that, but I'd like to know.
Well, you don't need to.
Then you
Well,
are
I know I don't need to, but I sure would appreciate it.
yeah, very much so. What she said.
He didn't actually say that, but yeah. And you think I would just tell you?
No, but
Would you
willing
tell a
to-
dragon?
I'm willing to bet that you would tell a dragon.
Very funny.
Dragon.
I
Boof!
lightly push Varial to the side and enter my golden dragon state.
Oh, boof!
What, do you think to intimidate me?
I don't think to intimidate, I think to gain knowledge.
I think to gain that. That's how thinking works.
Okay, you know what? I don't need your ultimate wisdom right now. But I do need hers. And the sooner I can get it, the better. But I slowly approach. Enough to kind of be more subtle, but yeah. Like just kind of inching forward very, very.
You walk around in front of the table and like pull out your
Me?
rod of lordly might.
Oh, you don't want to go up.
I'm not walking towards. Oh wait, she walks.
She is standing behind the table.
So now she.
Kyle is standing in front of the table.
I veer to.
Yeah. You
the
notice
left of the
small white dots appearing in between them.
table. Okay.
Between
I don't know how to
and
do
Dora.
that.
Small white dots.
Lines start connecting the dots.
This doesn't look at all good.
this is not a good.
I don't know.
GG, guys.
I continue to talk to this lady.
It's not my fault your dice rolls are terrible.
Yeah, he's the unlucky bastard.
First game. First game, man.
I rolled a critical thing.
I'm continuing to walk towards this person. I'm continuing to walk towards this person and continue to talk to them to kind of try to keep them a teeny tiny bit distracted. Hopefully.
You rolled a critical
Like
fail
this?
on like the part where I could be like most helpful.
Yeah, probably true.
Anyway, I continue. I walk past Call just a little bit. So
You put your rod of lordly might out.
Do I press
I
button
walk
4?
I walk under this.
Is button 4 the right button?
Just
Yes.
stop talking about buttons and things that have been
Button 4 is the 50 long foot pole.
You actually press button 2.
No, button 2, that is a double crescented battle axe.
I duck under and continue to walk.
You just watch him.
Yeah, you don't do anything further. So I just continue to talk. So, I would very much appreciate it if I could learn the nature of what's behind those doors.
I've spent my whole life preparing for what is behind those doors.
And that would be?
As I said, you don't need to know.
I know what you said, but I'd like to know.
If you'd like to know, wait until we find the Chamber of the Dragon.
Well, I can't wait that long. I would very much like to know. Continue to walk toward
Achilles tendon.
You're in trouble already. You can't say a thing.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to learn information. But
You notice that Call's actually walking behind you.
Oh no. This is gonna end badly.
of course it's gonna end badly. The question is whether or not it's gonna end badly for me or her.
So much power.
You have no idea what this rod does.
I know that I don't have a I don't have a clue, and I'm hoping that the fact that I don't have a clue is gonna help me.
so sad.
Look, why?
Terrible phrase. I feel bad.
Just stop talking.
Okay.
My
So
hope
awkward.
is that you are gonna end up helping me.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah.
So,
I actually hope.
I continue to walk towards this person with Call, obviously following behind me closely, and continue to insist that I learn about what's inside.
So as you do this, you notice this spell is almost making what looks like a multifaceted gem in the air. It's
So-
the general shape,
So kind of like a gemstone of some
but
sort.
a very large circular one,
Very large circular.
about this big.
So essentially one that looks like this.
Giant D20.
More like a D100.
D100. That's a lot of.
They do exist, I promise.
I know that they exist.
Golf
They're
ball.
about this big
Golf ball.
and filled with sand.
Anyway.
They like a golf ball.
Anyway, as I was saying, can you tell me about what's inside there?
As I said, you can wait and find out.
Well, I don't want to wait. I would like to know.
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, then tell me.
I just said I wouldn't. I'm not going to.
I don't care if you're not going to. I want you to. She's obviously becoming annoyed with me.
Yeah, you think?
This is helping. By keeping her annoyed, this may allow me to continue to press forward close enough that I can do what I want to do.
Why does my mind?
So as you're doing this, you notice her face just looks more and more annoyed. Just
Like
doing what I'm good at! I'm being annoying! Okay.
You got that right.
like a parent with a 2-year-old.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that her smile is no longer a smile, but either a straight face or a frown.
It's a cringe.
so you notice a small shimmering around her. She just
So kind of like a force field or something.
you don't know.
What's that you doing?
I'll
Hey,
find out.
what you doing? What you doing?
Hey, what you doing? Hey.
Can you tell me what it does?
So you're actually like touching this shimmering.
No.
Hey, listen.
That was just me, like,
Oh.
more or less, like, pretending. I'm, like, pointing. Can you tell me what this does? Or what that does? Or
No.
what's in there? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Are you, but you're sure?
Yes.
You're most certainly sure.
Yes.
Start annoying her in different languages.
I start speaking in Elvish. You sure?
Yes, I am very sure.
Okay, she speaks Elvish. We
I
got
s-
that down.
I start speaking in Primordial. Are you sure?
She just rolls her eyes.
Dwarvish. You sure? Draconic. I basically roar.
She casts lightning bolt at you.
Took you long enough.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I hate having dyslexia.
You're making me more annoyed than
Dyslexia.
she would be.
No, just can't.
I can't.
But yes, roll a
I
dexterity
read
saving
it
throw.
with a U.
Actually, you roll a dexterity saving throw as well.
Me?
Because technically you're right behind him. And lightning bolt goes through people.
Would this knock me out of my trance?
It depends.
Okay, let's see. 10 plus dexterity is 12.
That fails, I believe.
Who?
Yep.
What did
you roll?
I even further fail. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so you both take full damage.
And I'm in dragon form right now still, so that's not going to matter a whole ton to me.
8 is 14. Plus 4 is 19. Plus 6. You both take 25 points of lightning damage.
I should not be looking at this one.
Make
This is
a
my
wisdom
old sheet.
saving throw.
25.
And you get to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hate math. I hate it. I hate math.
What is the math you're
I'm
doing?
right up there with you, bub.
25. 71 minus 25.
That is 46.
4d6. Got it. 1,
No,
2,
46.
3.
Like 4t6 or
Yes,
4d6?
4t6.
Isn't it
4d6.
weird how languages work?
It's not like
It's not 1d1 and 2d2.
You can't have a D1!
No, I'm talking about
It's
One
accents.
T1.
numbers.
Oh.
21.
20. It's 22. Wouldn't that be weird if it was just a number? 1d1,
1d2.
2d2, 3d2, 44. Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
Anyway.
what did you roll on your wisdom saving throw?
Haven't.
Okay,
Higher, 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 higher.
10,
12.
12.
you are still under the effects.
Worth the shot!
Wait, what about me? Can I roll?
No, because you didn't get hit by lightning.
Oh yeah, that's
How
right.
can I get hit by the lightning?
I'll get by black.
Okay. I get to my feet and dash towards her, claws outstretched.
You hit a wall.
There's a wall there.
About 5 feet in front of her, there's a wall.
That's what that is. Thank you.
And you notice this multifaceted gem finishes, and she reaches over and grabs it and starts looking through it.
Ooh, so
It's
it's,
a
like
gem
an
of seeing?
orb?
Gem, seeing something?
Yeah, it looks like a giant golf ball, but
Is there any way that I'm going to be able to defeat this son of a gun or daughter of a gun or
that
whatever?
depends.
Daughter of Cannon.
She just keeps like looking around. Eventually she stops. She's like, ah, there it is.
Can you synchronize with the harmonization of the gem with a roar and shatter it?
I can try. I don't know. Can I?
I'm thinking science, okay? I'm a scientist!
Can you do that with a diamond?
Yes, actually.
Can a human being do that with a diamond?
I'm not a human being.
He's
I'm a
not a human.
fireblood. That happens to have basically the...
But you have to have a constant resonance in order for that to happen. You cannot hold that resonance long enough with a roar.
I've spent over an hour underwater. I think I have enough lung power to continue to keep that resonance.
You have not spent over an hour underwater, you would be dead.
I have.
What is your constitution modifier?
My constitution modifier is a 1.
You can spend 1 minute underwater. Actually 2. 1 plus 1.
I can
2.
spend 1 hour.
You can spend
underwater.
2 minutes underwater.
2 minutes underwater.
You
5
can?
minutes.
Yeah, I can. I got water breathing.
Oh. That's actually 24 hours,
Oh, that's even better.
I think.
So you can spend 1 day underwater.
One day underwater. Please
Mm.
tell me there is some way that I can at least like reach around this wall or something to
It,
strike her.
you can't find a way to.
Huh?
It is a globe.
A globe.
It is literally impossible to hit.
Damage.
I'm gonna hit Call in the face as hard as I can.
Okay, roll to hit.
Roll the hit, roll the hit, roll the hit.
A 1.
Now?
You roll to hit.
No, this is gonna end badly. I have a plus 10 to attack bonus. 2 plus 10 is 12. I don't hit.
That's good. So you just swing, but you duck, expecting it just.
Apparently, she doesn't know how to control me in such a way that I'm fast, as I am normal.
Okay, I'm gonna curl my hand into a fist and punch her square in the face. I
Okay,
don't care about
roll to
hitting
hit.
girls.
Please hit.
20.
Wow.
Natural?
Yes, natural.
Okay, that is 2 plus your strength modifier damage.
Okay, my strength modifier is 3.
5 damage. And make a wisdom saving throw.
41!
Please do good. Please
Wisdom
do good.
saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw,
44.
please.
You just
Blow on the dice! You. I don't want
You do realize the majority of the party failed the saving throw, yes?
I'm not having you blow on the dice, because
Of course.
Oh,
No, I!
What did you roll? What?
You poisoned it!
Evan poisoned it
I
too.
didn't poison that
He's
shit.
He's the poison.
I did tell you.
Oh!
What did you roll? You are still under the effect.
The effect is now permanent.
How can I get out from under the effect? Can you punch me in the face?
I
You're
wanted to
within
punch
the
you in the
circle.
face.
You're within the circle of protection.
Is she?
Actually, technically no.
We aren't. We're
You're just you're barely outside of the globe.
I'm not sorry for this. And I punch her.
Bam! I am
Okay, roll
not
to hit.
sorry. Bam! Please be good.
A 2. I
You
will
miss.
roll. I try it again.
You're considerably upset.
You notice this like beam,
7.
this almost prismatic beam has gone in where she was looking through the gem.
What's that?
You should hit me.
You notice the stone in that direction start to crumble,
Please hit me.
Oh.
Intercept the beam.
almost like disintegrating.
If I intercept the beam, the thing's gonna kill me. I'm sorry.
Call upon the power of the Dawn Father.
Hit me. I
That's
can
not
be
going to
useful.
help him.
How is it not?
I go and
Unless
punch this one.
there's undead in the room, that will not help.
I punch this one.
Okay,
I punched the short one. Which one?
18.
Hit.
18 hits.
Okay, and then
I
damage
know
dealt.
that.
1 plus your strength modifier.
1 plus my strength modifier.
4.
4.
You take 4 points of damage. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Where's that
Is
dice?
there any different dice that's not bad luck?
Try this one.
That works.
Yeah. This one.
Let me see.
This one.
Oh, it's on the
You
edge.
keep putting it back down.
And this one.
Where is that D20?
What was it? What did you roll?
It was a 2. I'm still on there.
You are still under the effects.
Okay.
We
Touch
have
me again.
each touched that die.
I'm gonna have to
Where
use
is
that
that
damage.
die?
Which die?
The evil one. The green sparkly one. Where is it?
This one?
Okay.
That is not sparkly.
That's marbly.
Here it is.
Nobody needs to make
Oh,
a
the
saving
ugly
throw. Why are
one.
you looking for the
This one.
dice?
Let's see if that's still bad.
No, it's worth a try.
Just beat us up.
Okay, I'm gonna punch her. I haven't hit her yet, so
No, you have hit her.
no. I
No,
didn't.
he hasn't.
He missed. Critical fail.
It was a critical.
I think he.
I think it's the fact that I'm rolling onto my paper.
Wait, hit the orc. Hit
No,
the
you're
orc.
using the evil dice.
Well, that.
I
That's
thought we've already discussed it.
Derek, I got a good way for the critical fail. He misses and punches the sphere.
Yep.
Bang! Broken knuckles.
It's like punching a stone wall.
Be the
Jackson.
red one.
I'm not going to punch her. I'm going to slap her.
19. This one's good. Use
Roll
this
the
one.
It's going to roll a 1.
17.
17.
Okay,
Plus my.
that hits.
Okay.
Here,
Red one.
roll this one, and you take 1 point of damage. I'm just kidding. 1 plus his strength modifier. 4. You take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm allowed to put
17.
Here, give me the effect.
The red one.
The effects wear off.
What? The.
She has a giant red mark.
You have a giant red mark on your face, and
Slap.
Thatcher's standing in front of you.
Slap it back. Slap
Yes.
it back.
These-
I slap
these-
him back.
These
You're
are
not tall
very
enough to
good
slap me
dice.
back. I'm a whole 2 feet and 2
Okay, I
inches
kick him
taller
in the
than
shit.
Okay, roll to hit.
Ankle biter.
8.
You miss.
Okay.
Just totally pulls a Charlie Brown.
Sure.
Charlie Brown.
Actually, that would be if you rolled a 1. But
Yeah, well, you don't quite fall down.
No,
At least you're bouncing a bit. But.
I would
use magic. Make that thing not there.
make
And you
that
notice
thing not
this, like,
exist.
prismatic beam is slowly growing. And just the stone just keeps disintegrating.
Okay, either make that thing not there or make that thing not there, and then I'll make her not there.
What can I use to help?
I can make
You
her
can
not there.
knock me on the head. That would help.
Would it help, really?
If I use the red die, it will.
Roll to hit Thatcher.
Hit me? Or
Mm.
him?
You roll to hit Thatcher.
Why?
Because I said so. You're under the effects of a charm that
Not
makes you
one.
do whatever
One
I
miss.
want.
One.
Not one.
You throw your rod of lordly might across the room.
There goes one of the best things you've ever had.
I can't.
And you start running after it.
Wait.
I'm going to try to trip
Yes,
Call
please.
and make her fall on her face hard enough to
Okay,
knock her out.
both of you roll an athletics check. Hard enough to knock her out?
To knock her out of this trance.
Okay,
Thank you.
because that would be impossible.
I'm good at getting that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Athletics check.
Oh,
A 3 again?
That's not happening.
I rolled a 19.
So you just kick his leg out of the way as you're running for your rod of lordly might.
This is the most terrible game I've had so far.
Poor Burial, just standing here with his dagger in her hand, like,
She's
Okay.
like
okay,
gone
what
into
does
like
clairvoyance
a
do
slight
again?
corner of the room, just hiding.
Should I?
I'm
attack?
really
Like-
sorry you have to be around us.
I don't
It's
actually know what
unfortunate.
clairvoyance
Okay,
does.
what can I do to help?
Dies.
Basically,
Every die I touch is just
It's up to you.
poisoned.
Try to dispel the shield thing.
Clairvoyance. So you create an invisible sensor in a place that is familiar to you, which is within a mile.
Where's my bag?
The sensor, while you cast a spell, you can choose seeing or hearing. You can use
Oh,
the
okay.
chosen sensor, the sensor, as if you were in its space.
Oh wait, true strike. Wait, there's a weakness in the shield, right?
No.
Like in the
No.
ball around. Oh.
It's a perfect
True Strike
shield.
also only works on creatures.
Okay.
Die.
She's a magic
Will
user
magic-
who's been at this for a while.
Will
so-
magic circle help at all?
Not really. Magic Circle helps against enemies who are trying to kill you.
Crown of Madness.
That might help.
Give it a try.
Okay. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness at the magic user.
Should I attack her?
You're still under.
I know, but I'm.
Oh.
Yeah. Attack
She is going to cast, as her reaction, Counterspell.
Okay.
Your spell fails as you're trying to cast it.
Okay.
I don't like this person. I don't.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
Look, if you're not going to provide us any help, do you at least know where we might find the Ebony Trident?
Ebony Trident?
You know, the group of 3 that's been kind of parading around this area, fighting criminals.
They
Much
haven't been
similar to
around
you.
here for
Criminal.
years.
Years. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That means I have to keep searching still. Which means I don't have a lot of time to fight you, so just die quickly, please.
I have no plans of dying.
Well, then let me add some to your schedule. And I gesture to you to do something to the freaking shit.
So as you're doing stuff, she waves her hand and the shimmering disappears, and she starts flying in the direction of the way the prismatic beam
Is
is
she
going.
still in this shielding, or does it disperse?
She had to disperse it in order to do
Okay.
such.
Using my wings, I fly towards her and try to grab her, like
Okay.
tackle.
Roll an athletics check.
Okay, let me look at my athletics first. 5. Okay, I have a 5. That's gonna be great if I can actually roll a good one. 12, 13, 14, 15, 17.
Okay.
I found the
So you
set
managed
of
to grab
dice.
onto her ankle.
There.
How'd you get through
She
the
is
gate?
going to cast.
Okay, she's casting spells
He
now.
lowered it.
I'm
Oh,
just
no,
gonna.
oh, no.
No, she'll cast lightning bolt again. Make a dexterity saving throw.
14.
Actually, no. No, she has a much better spell. That's the spell she's gonna use.
Either way, I rolled a.
I think it's a different kind of saving throw for this one. Where is it? Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Fortunately, I have a pretty good charisma 3. So, either way. Ooh, 16.
That is one short.
You got 13 on your roll. Oh wait, well, plus that.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
never
wait.
mind.
Is that a 13 or is it an 18? It's a 13.
You disappear.
I'm gone.
You find yourself in a place surrounded by fire.
Oh.
Well, this isn't a problem. I'm a dragon. That doesn't bug me.
Dargon.
He disappears.
That doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter to you.
I don't react.
You're
so
the only one
whatever.
now. You are now the only one with conscious thinking. Can I?
How am I
Can I
gonna reach
find out
I
that?
am so glad that I didn't fail on that roll, that I escaped the spell. Because otherwise, we'd be in a ton of trouble right now.
Now that she no
Well, we're
longer
still
has
in a
this,
ton of
now
trouble.
that she no longer has this shield surrounding her, what do you want to do?
Hit me in the head.
Stop asking to be hit in the head.
It helps.
I know it'll help, but right
Helps
now,
with, it helps with their hangovers.
Ow. A hangover, getting hit in the head. Oh. That would hurt.
where am I right now?
You have no idea.
Can I perceive where I am?
There is an ocean of lava next to you, and geysers of flame.
Huh? That's
You're in
fine.
a volcano.
It's hard to breathe.
You're in a volcano.
Uh-huh.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
8.
It's hard to breathe.
Derek, I'm not liking you.
So after a minute, poof, you return.
Wait, you said Constitution saving
Wait, I'm
throw.
back now?
Yep, after
Oh.
1 minute,
Okay, thank goodness.
and she's gone.
I'm gonna continue
Brock.
to fly in the direction that she was going.
Brock, that was a saving throw.
What?
You said Constitution saving throw, right?
That was just because of the terrain.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't roll twice. You rolled once. I was like, what's
I
wrong
don't
here?
care. I'm flying in her direction.
You left all three of us behind.
Yeah.
Me and Jonathan look at Megan.
Don't
Or-
care.
Whatever.
I have an agenda. And right now that does not involve you.
Not involve you.
It does not involve you.
I gotta hit Call in the
Head.
face.
Face.
You're gonna have
Area.
to jump pretty high. I'm 7'2".
How
This
could,
is stale.
how could I knock you over?
Bite my Achilles tendon.
There we go. Something to knock you back into consciousness. I go to gnaw on his Achilles tendon.
Okay, roll to hit.
If she goes in that 20, it's gonna snap.
6.
No.
That misses.
Wait, is that
Roll
a
to
9
hit
or
her.
The dot is usually.
Roll to
does the
hit
dot
her.
refer to the bottom or the top?
Can I get the poisonous die
Sure,
for
why
this
not?
roll?
Kick her, kick her.
Poisonous die.
Yes!
19!
Roll damage as this
19.
axe hits you in the
Whoa.
back.
Oh,
Wait.
ah.
Oh,
Wait, my axe? That
Yes.
is a 29 to hit.
Okay.
Oh no.
Roll damage?
You feel sharp pain in your back. Yes, roll damage.
I don't
I'm
want to roll
sorry.
damage.
Derek, you're making this really hard for a first-time player.
It's because of Jonathan.
I don't care.
I chose the poisonous die. This is supposed to help. D12.
The poisonous die only helps if you're rolling to do something beneficial to you, not detrimental.
9.
I still find it funny that she didn't.
I thought that was obvious.
7. 9 plus 7.
You take 16 points of slashing damage to the back.
Okay, so that's minus 45. So I mean 45 minus that. So
45 minus 16, which is 29.
20.
This poisonous set is absolutely horrible. It is like
Wait,
poison.
wait.
It's nasty green.
Wait, hold on. I have dwarven resilience. You have advantage on saving throws against poison.
There is no poison.
What?
Okay.
I'm
Never
saying
mind.
these dies are poison.
Oh.
There is no poison.
There is no poison.
Just be glad I didn't make a button 1.
Button 1. Oh, you would have been dead. So very, very dead.
What is button?
Button
A
1 is
flaming sword.
sword.
Oh, like the one that I have.
Yes. Except for better.
Except bigger.
And better.
Okay.
And bigger is better.
Okay, good to know, good to know. I'm continuing to fly after this sob.
Okay. Seems like she's gone quite a distance in a minute.
Okay, I'm flying faster. I've flown fast enough. I flew fast enough to make it to the end of that tunnel.
Yes,
thing.
but you also don't know what she can do.
You're right, I don't know what she can do, but I also know that I'm not going to be able to do anything if I don't catch up to her.
We're also both lost.
You hit almost what feels like a slight barrier and you keep going.
So it's kind of like diving into water and
Like,
trying to
it
swim.
feels like you're hitting a ripple of a spell.
Okay.
That's okay.
You
I'm
hit
gonna
the
do
weight.
Adventures once again. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, essentially.
You
No,
hit the
it's...
weight.
So like being stopped and then continuing, or I don't know. I'm
No, the
I'm
tunnel,
following
the tunnel
her.
feels long lasting right now.
Okay.
If any of you are familiar with the 9th level wizard spells, you might be able to know what it is.
She's a 9th level wizard, son.
No, she's not. 9th level wizards do not have access to 9th level wizard spells.
So she's a higher level than 9 level.
17.
17.
At least 17.
So she's 3 times the level of that I am.
I'm gonna use this die.
Okay.
Whatever.
So you eventually, after quite a while of flying, a few minutes, you make it towards to this chamber.
Okay.
There are dragon heads on the walls, just with, I believe it was lava, pouring out of them into basins below.
Okay.
Oh.
This seems heavily dangerous.
And they are black dragon heads, in case we need clarification.
Okay, so I think I know where this is all from. But can I see her anywhere?
No, it looks like the tunnel, this pit place turns.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving. Try to find her.
So you begin to hear echoes. To this oath do I stand,
I fly
till
past
the
her.
end of time. And you come into this large, almost cathedral-looking thing, and she is kneeling before an altar. She just stands up and looks back. You are too late. It is done.
What is done?
Don't ask questions, eat her neck.
That sounds actually pretty effective, but I don't know. If I charge her, then I'm acting dumb and irrational.
That's what I
She
would
begins
do.
to wave her hands in archonic motion.
Like this. Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna kill me, isn't she?
You don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna be dumb. I'm gonna draw my swords, and I'm gonna charge.
So as you're running towards her, she disappears.
Of course she disappears. Lovely.
So for the rest of you, you stand up from the table, Ammon. Wait, are you still under the effects?
Yeah.
And you go over towards this door. Are you still under the effects too?
Yes.
You also go over towards the door.
Uh-huh.
And she appears in between you.
Uh-huh.
And the door begins to open.
So I'm seeing all this and can't stop it.
Yeah.
This sucks. I don't like this. Now that she's disappeared, I'm heading back.
Okay.
Okay, so I make my way back. And do I make it in time to...
It takes a few minutes. The doors are almost all the way open by the time you get there.
Okay. Is she paying attention to me or is she paying attention to the door?
She's paying attention to the door.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stab her through. Run her through like a shish kebab.
Yeah.
Is that 7?
So as
This
you're
is
going
6,
towards her,
It's not the same color.
alphabetical order shouldn't be a hard thing to do. It really shouldn't.
I'm missing the 6.
So this almost snake-like creature begins to, made completely of bones, begins to weave its way out of the doors.
I'm not paying attention to that thing. I'm going for her.
It's a basilisk.
Okay, roll to hit.
That would suck.
Why? Just end me now. It's a 5.
You may.
Yeah, you're
Okay, I'm gonna roll with my other sword because I'm carrying 2 swords.
Okay.
19. Praise all. Thank you. Yeah. So 19.
19 hits.
Okay, and damage dealt. Let's see. Oh wait,
19 plus 5.
no. No, that's for me punching. But I'm talking for my swords.
Your swords.
Let's see. I missed with this one, and that's my fire tongue. So frostbrand. 1d6 slash plus 1d6 cold plus 3. 2, 6 plus 3. So 8 plus 3, which is 11. 11 points of damage.
Okay. Stab her in the back. Just, ah!
And it's ice too, so.
It's cold.
It's cold.
She doesn't actually say that.
But like, I would assume a chill would run up her back, considering I stabbed her.
Run up her back. Because you stabbed her in the back.
Praise all that is holy.
You
or
notice.
something.
Holy. She's now holy.
Yes.
Wait,
You
these are
notice
the
a human
intestines.
face of blue begin to appear. Just think of when a dragon is resurrected from Skyrim. In Skyrim, that's what it looks like. Just scales. Just appearing out of nowhere.
On her? Or.
On the bone snake.
Okay.
And it turns into a regular snake with a human face.
Oh,
And
what's
it just
that?
looks towards you.
What's that god from? Well, it's a centipede in Avatar who steals people's faces.
Core. Core the face stealer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like that, or is it something else?
No.
Similar.
It's a snake with a human face. Make a nature check.
That was a centipede.
It was a centipede. Millipede centipede. Blah blah blah. It was an evil, nasty thing that gave me nightmares at the age of 9.
Yeah, I tried looking for the spell.
17.
I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Good shot.
This is what is known as a naga. You're not quite sure which
No.
kind of
Oh,
naga,
I know it now.
but it is known as a naga.
I hate Nagas.
I don't like that.
Good luck.
Hey, I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, we're fine. We're protected.
We're fine.
I'm blissfully in
It's
ignorance, not so blissfully in ignorance about what a naga is.
So it looks at her. What do you ask of me?
I ask you to die.
I ask you to die. Can you please die? Just for me.
I continue to push my sword further into this person. And
Go
bring
like
my
this.
second sword in as well. 2 swords in this person now.
Is it just me?
Wiggle them like this so she can't.
Yeah. I'm basically turning these swords in her body, keep her in as much pain as possible so she can't say nothing.
No words.
All the while dealing damage, hopefully. Can I deal more damage?
Make a charisma saving throw.
What's my charisma? 30. Plus 3.
Passive wisdom? No, that's not.
Charisma.
Oh, charisma, 3. Plus 8. Is that an 8 or is it a 3?
It's a 3.
No, that's an 8.
No, it's a 3.
No, it's a 3. I lied.
Make up your mind.
I'm sorry. This dice.
It's a threat.
It's a
Where's-
threat.
Okay, so that's a 3.
It's a major threat to us.
So 5.5, okay?
5.5. We'll go with 5.5.
So 5.5 plus 3 is 8.5.
8.5.
You fail.
You fail.
You feel you look towards this naga, and its eyes glow for a split second,
I've been.
and you just take your swords out of the person. Granted, that probably hurts a lot, but now isn't that better?
No, it's not.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
won't she bleed out?
Yay!
She's like grabbing her side, like. Ugh.
Okay, am I like under some sort of enchantment, or can I still move?
You can still move.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn and slash at this thingy.
You can't.
I can't. I can't. What do you mean? Am I not able to?
You can turn around. You can't attack it.
I can't attack it. Can I continue to attack this other person?
You can try.
You can't
Can
try.
I do anything to help attack stuff?
I don't.
You
like
can try.
this.
She says.
You can try, aka.
Okay, can
possibly
I-
not like that.
But as this is happening, she says, I wish to know the secrets that Ouijas has hidden.
Hang on. Before you do anything, I'd like to hear this too. I'd like to learn as much as I can before I finish the job. So,
It's the Naga. It's just like, Ouijas has hidden his secrets in the place he made himself. Yes, Chicago. Just kidding.
Basically Chicago. Or Missouri, no, Minnesota actually has some pretty cool cities.
Past the wall of ice.
No, Minnesota isn't.
Past the Guardian. And inside the veil of Solari Island is where the secrets are hidden.
Is this not any dangerous to us at this point in time?
You know the Nagas are very dangerous. You don't know if it means you ill, but you know it is dangerous.
Ooh, could I do a true strike on the Naga?
You can.
What is True Strike?
You have
strike.
advantage on your next attack roll against it.
Okay.
That'd be helpful, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast True Strike and attack the Naga
Now that
with
we've,
my dagger.
now that we've learned what we need.
So, like, basically I go to stab the Naga in, like, the head or something. I don't know.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Wait, is the dot on the top or the bottom of the number?
Probably. Wait, what?
It, like, if it's a 6 or a 9, is the dot on the top or the
See,
bottom?
on my
Top.
D6,
I think it's the bottom. I think it's the bottom.
It marks
Bottom?
The bottom.
Okay, so 6, and then that, like, I don't add anything to that, right? Like, so I just rolled 6.
Do you add any bonuses?
Yeah. Do I add
Like,
any
are there any
bonuses?
bonuses that you can add to an attack roll?
You add your attack bonus,
Attack bonus.
which is next to your attack. It's in the very center of your character sheet.
Okay. Oh, attack bonus 7.
So you add 7.
So
Where is my attack?
13.
Oh. 5.
Okay.
I've never added.
13 misses.
Oh.
Did you roll with advantage?
That means you roll a second time.
Because you did have true strike.
Yeah.
That's
roll-
true.
roll
No,
a
I
s-
didn't roll with advantage.
Roll again.
Roll a second time and take the higher number. 17.
Okay, 17 plus 7.
That hits.
Oh, wonderful.
Roll damage.
I haven't been
Okay,
using
roll
my
damage.
attack bonus at all. I'm done.
It is on the board.
My roll damage is.
I was saying your attack bonus is 5, but you said
7.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 1d4. So this. That's this one, right?
Yeah, the triangle one.
Plus 4 piercing.
There are. Derek,
I don't
this
know
is
how
a
to
triangle
know which
one.
Shut
and
up.
this is a
It's the one
triangle
Shut
one.
up.
Is it the one on
And
the
this
bottom?
is a triangle
It's
one.
the one that's facing up to you. Like the one
Yes.
that's facing
Depending on the
Okay.
style of D4,
Yeah.
the one that is
the one that you can read legibly but
Yes.
is not turned.
Okay, 1. It says 1, 3, 4, and then my 1d4 plus 4 piercing.
So 8 damage total.
8 damage.
That's a base die. It has the number on the base.
Yeah.
Some are
It's a
point
point.
dice, some
Yeah.
are base dice.
I have a point.
Okay.
My dice are point. Actually, this one's a base.
Yeah, mine's
Okay.
a point.
So you do stab it in the head, and it just looks towards you. It's going to bite you.
Uh-oh.
That's like me when I get kicked in the head in Taekwondo. I laugh and then kick them in the face.
Natural 20. I'm not even kidding.
This is gonna end badly.
Uh-oh.
This is going to end badly.
I hate this-
Okay,
I
this
hate our
is
DMs
to-
a little bit.
That is 9 points of piercing damage. Make a Constitution saving throw,
Oh, poison.
and you have advantage.
So roll again. So you take the higher, which is 5, and then add your Constitution, which is 3. 8.
8 fails. So let me roll a few more
You're
d6s.
going to learn very quickly that Derek is not a forgiving person. He's also kind of a jerk when you play with him in Minecraft. He likes to throw.
You also take 13 points of poison damage. That is already halved from your Dwarven Resilience.
He hasn't been a jerk to me
Oh,
yet.
no.
It was 25.
Okay, so 13.
13
Yeah.
and 9 points of piercing damage. So a total of 22.
Ugh, no, I have 5.
Okay, I'm gonna try to swing at this thing again.
And also,
Can I
Brock,
just
you'd be
GTFO?
surprised how forgiving I am.
Can I just GTFO?
Yeah, I would be surprised.
Yeah,
because
sure,
I
you
haven't
can say
seen
that.
it
Why
yet.
not?
He is pretty forgiving,
Because-
especially on
Because
game
I
day.
got 5.
So you just back up and you just
I
keep
just back. just keep
Just-
backing up.
looks back towards this person. Is there anything else you would ask of me?
This thing with the with my dagger sticking out of its head.
He doesn't care.
I'd like that back, please. I use that for things.
I prepare my swords for a cleaving strike. Not like not going to cleave, but like preparing to.
Yeah.
What does she ask?
What secret? I wish to know the secrets. I wish to know if there are dangers relating to the secrets.
Of carrot soup.
There are many dangers. Many have tried to gain the secrets that were hidden by Vijayas, and all have failed. Except those that were chosen.
I'm starting to think.
All have failed, except for those who succeeded.
For those who were chosen.
I'm starting to think that this mage may not be as evil as we think. Either that or I'm just stupid, but I've been wrong before.
I mean, you're probably
I've been
stupid,
very
but you know.
We're all stupid here. We don't judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're the ones who got caught.
Yeah, we're all stupid here. We don't judge. At least I am.
I'm
He's
the
the
only
one
one
that
who's smart
gets
around here. I'm the
X.
one who's like.
Yeah, you're the only like legitimately smart one.
I'm the one who's like backing up all the way out of the mine.
Just, nope, 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 nope,
No,
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 nope, nope, so much no.
No, nope.
You aren't that drunk.
Nope.
So as you're running, it looks towards you one more time, and there's another flash of arcanic energy in its eyes.
KO.
Oh, this is towards me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
You feel this drowsiness begin to take you
Oh, no.
as you fall asleep. Having 5 health points, that spell, that's kind of what it's for.
That's kind of what it's for.
No.
So you just hear a thud and you look back and
Dum, dum, dum,
you're on the floor.
dum, dum.
Sound asleep.
Mariel, if you have any sort of skills, now would be the best time to use them.
Satan.
This is
Summon
the
Satan.
worst.
Like,
This is the
draws a
worst.
pentagram and just summons some sort of demon. I don't know. But
Do something!
anyway, do you have some sort of anything helpful? Or are you just gonna...
no, I'm just...
Stand there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can join and get us.
I mean, other than your
Yeah,
political
yeah.
power
Sure.
and your loyalty powers.
Yeah,
Are you gonna stand there like a cowherd and just...
Oh, no, get really close.
She's just like looking around, like
There is-
Chuck the dagger!
she's too far away to chuck the dagger.
Yeah.
Chuck it anyways.
No, that'd be completely useless to us. You'd be chucking a dagger at nothing.
She could chuck the dagger at me.
And what? You have the off chance that she'll do a critical hit and kill you?
I think hopefully. Don't want to get a thing there.
That would be preferable.
That would be preferable.
Only we just deal with it. Yeah, that's your
This is my life right now. Just end me.
Alright,
Yeah.
now that she's
That's
learned
why
her
those feel like you
secrets,
gotta
can I
know.
clave...
Oh.
I'm going to try
Just
to
keep going.
bring my swords down on a cleaving strike and clave...
Ugh.
Well, I've got one
If I
facing
fall, I have to
towards
put it
her
back.
and one facing towards the Naga.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, first one.
Nice. That's it. Okay.
18.
Oh, yeah.
Second one,
Dang it. Wait.
12.
The first one was against who?
First one was against...
No, Mr. Gun.
Struck my right hand first, so this one would be towards the Naga, and this... That was the first one was towards the Naga, and the other one is towards this person.
Okay.
Hey, no one used that noise.
Don't do that, Jonathan.
Oh.
Why not?
If it's annoying to you, then it's helpful to me.
Are you sure?
He can make you face a dragon.
That is a good point.
Is it truly? Why do you have my dragon dagger? Why do you have my
Because I
dragon?
wanted it. I wanted to touch it.
Anyway, I
hit it
cleaved
3
the Naga
times, so we
first,
go.
using that one.
Okay.
That 18 strike.
Roll damage.
Okay, damage. Let me see. Slash. 2.
It calls a hard 6.
Here.
Onto a ball.
for parts.
So total that would be a 13.
Okay, 13 damage. Okay. As you lose, the Naga just like hisses. If you kill me, I will return and you will suffer for eternity.
Good to know. I won't do any further damage. But to this some biche, I'm going to finish her off using the 12 hit.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna kickboxing.
12 actually missed.
This is a roundhouse kick.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't got like
I don't know.
3 years now. So I forgot how to do stuff.
Don't hurt yourself.
I didn't.
Look, are you going to be a danger to anybody in the next little while, or do you intend on
When that happens,
more or less benevolent
Both sides on.
purposes?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the Naga.
I see nothing in particular.
Okay, so in that case, then I have no reason to fight you. And
oh,
you!
am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make
What?
it? Oh, yes, I did.
What exactly do you intend?
But it's
to do?
scratched, so you gotta take it out.
You're kind of at my
No, I
mercy,
can do
so
that just
spill
for
or I'll spill you.
Scratch. Oh, yeah, I
Everywhere.
guess that's
I'm at your
Get
mercy.
your thing.
What?
Stops.
The Naga obeys you?
And all of a sudden, you hear footsteps up the mine.
Is that all of those guys?
You could see her just a blur. She just blurred all the way up the mine shaft.
Okay. But she's still bleeding, so... And probably a little less able to move effectively, the amount of damage I dealt with. But,
Sure, that works.
Well, you didn't deal any damage to her legs, so not really.
My arms don't work, but I can run just fine.
well, so can I. In fact, I can fly. So,
I don't need my arms
I
or my
fly.
legs.
in her direction.
Okay, you start flying towards the mouth of the cave.
Wait, come back.
Okay, let's do this.
And I'm just stuck there with the Naga.
Oh, I had a spin on that too.
I am a prime food target.
It doesn't care. It's basically, it has no...
It might be hungry.
So
like its
as
nasty
you
human face.
stop hearing the footsteps. You
Okay.
keep going.
Oh, weird.
Well, I didn't even learn her purpose. I feel dumb. I needed to learn good person, bad person. She probably seems a little more... Like, I feel like I'm doing the wrong
Okay.
thing. I don't know.
Want to play again?
Sure.
You
Sound
certainly
like actual
are.
different kinds of.
Yeah.
But... See,
You know,
you
you're-
bored the other people to
I
the
don't know
point
how
that
to
they
play
play.
Lana Road now.
Yaman does that regularly.
I know.
I do it regularly.
Go and play pool.
Yeah, because I get bored.
That's what we're saying.
That's why.
But actually, the effect on you ends.
Whatever.
I know, but I'm waiting for this effect to end.
I just said it ended!
Oh, it just ended?
Okay. Did she leave?
Also on you.
Did the lady leave? Like, is she
You
gone?
have no idea.
Wait, who's still
I
there?
progressed to the mouth of the cave.
Why do I have bite marks on my ankle?
Actually,
So,
I think I could wait this out.
As you keep going,
Okay. So come over here. Come on.
you hear a slight laugh. That goes.
So you missed it.
You think to stop me in what I wish to do?
I don't know what you mean to do. If you would tell me what you mean to do, then maybe I'd stop.
Play around the world.
Have you ever thought about that?
In order to roll the white ball, you have to be between
Like,
this.
you've been kind of a menacing person. If that wasn't your intent, then you are a
side.
alien.
So these sides
Okay.
And you notice this voice is coming from inside your mind.
on your serve, and you take the 8-ball,
Telepathy?
and you have
Clearly.
to hit 8-ball before
Really?
the next person goes. Okay?
Is
Okay.
this what you're
Eight-ball
gonna
stops.
do right
The
now?
person whoever turn is.
So,
What
If you
I
really,
stopped.
if you really want to stop
Okay.
me, why don't you
In order to
find
get
me?
someone out, you have to get the 8-ball.
I didn't hear what you
Okay.
said. Sorry.
If you really want to stop me, why don't you find me?
If,
I'm going to assume you're inside my head.
let's see, what else? You can
Make
take
a wisdom
one
saving
out
throw.
on a serve, basically. So,
You got the answer right.
no
Now
deaths,
she's
but,
upset.
you know.
18.
If the white ball goes in a hole,
That is a
take it out,
success.
keep going.
You're very lucky.
Anything else I should say? No, that's pretty much it.
So,
Perfect.
Are you
Follow the
inside my
original
head?
rules. So,
You look and you can actually see she appears about 100
Look at it.
feet down the mine.
and out.
Just
Oh, wait,
smiling
that
at
was a
you.
serve. So
Okay,
it doesn't
so are you
So
going
this
to
game you're
say
moving
at
fast.
all?
Like, you
Oh,
don't take
okay.
your time to.
What is your
No.
alignment?
And you notice her voice is changing. It's becoming slightly deeper. Echoing slightly louder.
Look, I'm going to say this right out. I don't like you. And maybe
going till you
that
get it.
could
Keep
change
going till you
if
get
you're willing to explain to me what in the 9 hells you're
Don't
doing.
break the echo proofing,
Yeah, you
please.
don't want that. That's why I run around this way.
The 9 hells is a very fitting topic.
Nice. And that's enough.
Look, can we talk about
Yeah, let's
this?
just-
I'm willing to be more.
Why don't we
sensible.
talk somewhere not
Let's see if I can
quite
punch you back.
fucking dreary?
Very well.
There you go.
So she goes up and out of the mine and just stands there in a field waiting.
I'm a serve.
Alright, I follow and I stop.
You don't see it, do you?
Unfortunately, no. And like,
Enlightenment. It's an interesting thing.
what are you
No, it's
telling me?
still
You're
mine.
the opposite of
Get up
enlightenment?
first. Look at it.
You notice her form begin to change.
Great.
Black, leathery black wings sprout from her back. Small horns from her face. Her hair turns a dark red.
Is she a tiefling?
No.
Tiefling or demon? Seriously,
Good job.
what is she?
You
Made a bounce.
Can I perceive?
make a history check.
Oh, it's something.
Where did it go? Oh, it's right there.
Oh, I missed.
History. Where is history?
It's a line.
16.
This kind of creature usually doesn't profess itself like this. It is known as a succubus.
A succubus. Oh gosh.
Stop.
Wow.
Well, this is interesting.
How you do it on.
So.
This is gonna end badly.
In a way. But I can have other goals.
So you have free time.
Given to me by others.
Stop.
No! Critical fail.
So,
Good job.
now that we're more or less in a more comfortable setting.
Go on.
Oh, that sounds weird. Especially with the fact that I'm talking to a succubus.
Wait, there's a
What?
succubus?
Yes,
This
there
is why
is.
you need to pay
Succubus?
attention.
Yes, there is a succubus currently.
Yeah. You know what? Stop playing this pool game and come in here, please.
Okay.
Fine.
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 Now that we're in a more or less comfortable setting, are you willing to talk to me sensibly, or do you not care to be sensible?
Outside.
I think you've already heard all that you need to know.
Okay, secrets hidden by somebody who's created their own plane. Very dangerous.
He he doesn't really have his own plane, but he's got his own little place that he likes.
And many people have tried to. Many men have tried to enter that plane, and many rest in peace now. So,
Pieces.
and,
Many have failed.
and you intend on going there and being there, despite the fact that you are quite the opposite of what is probably necessary to get there.
Just pass it on.
You think that what I am matters?
You don't get it?
I don't know.
No.
You don't know
Wolf
history?
whistle.
She
What?
like slowly walks closer to
I don't
you.
know what.
You don't know history?
I do know history.
Fox whistle?
Wolf whistle.
Wolf whistle?
Oh, wolf whistle.
What?
It's a succubus.
You meant wolf whistle.
No, fox whistle is what it was back then in 19 something.
Oh.
Oh.
I've never heard of a wolf whistle.
Anyway, it's a succubus. Wait, is the lady a succubus?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
This is why you need to stay and pay attention.
I mean, that's a bad
There's,
example.
there's no man succubus I've ever heard of.
No,
It's called
they're
incubus.
technically all succubus and incubi are gender neutral.
They can change.
They can change whenever they want to.
Whatever, however
Yeah, but
you
the parents
prefer
is-
them to seduce you.
No, it's pretty much however. What it depends on
The cubi
who
can do
they
what
are
want.
trying to seduce, whatever. But
Yeah.
usually they do it in other ways.
But
The cubi can do
Anyway.
it.
Spells, whatever. however it goes.
what do you intend to do?
I intend to find these secrets and give them to the one who told me to get them.
And who might that be?
Hmm.
I know you're not going to tell me, but at least give me some enlightenment. Play with your food? I don't know.
The Lord of the Hells himself.
That's why the Nine Hells is a fitting subject. So, we are dealing with quite the interesting subject. What's his alignment? Who does he align with?
Lawful evil.
Who do you think?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well,
Are we talking
you know what?
about Asmodeus?
I'm feeling kind
Or
of
the
I'm feeling
Disarm
kind of
Spells.
generous, so
Asmodeus.
I'm not gonna pursue you any further. Do as you will. Good luck.
Just not
And this
to us.
whole time she's slowly been getting closer to you.
Oh, you're okay. I see how this is gonna be. You know what? Come closer. I've got something for you that might be interesting. I reach for
Time
my
to meet.
dagger.
Time to meet the Stabbingtons.
You need to meet. Yeah, the Stabbingtons would be very nice to meet. You know,
Make one more wisdom saving throw.
All of us.
No, just him.
Oh no.
die. Why have you forsaken me?
The seduction is real.
5.
The seduction is real.
Seduction is real.
So you feel this. You're almost drawn
Oh
towards
no,
this
are we all
creature.
gonna die?
That's it.
I'm gonna hit him in the head.
Oh, but I can't. I want to introduce her to death and taxes.
Let go of the dagger.
And she
The two eternal things.
walks up next to you.
Can I smack him in the head?
You're not there.
You're not.
Yes, I am. I followed.
We're all gonna
You can't go as
die.
fast as they can.
Yeah, I have wings, and she's also has
Magic.
wings.
Wait, where are you and where are we?
And she kisses you.
Of course, she kisses me.
As per the normal succubus thing. Make a constitution saving throw.
She's going to suck the life out of you.
Oh
course.
no!
What did you roll?
I roll
3.
plus my Constitution saving throw.
That's
which is
not
a
going to be
1.
high enough.
It's a 1.
-2?
I think I need to get a new set of die. Either that or I need to.
You mean 6? It's a 6. No Constitution. It's a 4.
You take 32 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and your maximum health is currently reduced by 32.
I think you're down.
And you fall unconscious.
Well, I was in dragon form before, so that.
Oh, that's
falls
true.
out.
Yeah.
So you're
But technically,
back in
both your forms currently have 32 less health points, and you fall unconscious.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Oh, no.
So, you guys make it to out of the mine. You see him laying on the ground.
And no succubus in sight?
Oh,
Well,
Okay.
smack time.
Snack time or smack time?
snack time.
Just eat and wait for him
We
to...
can splash water on him.
You can do whatever you want.
Well,
Call
we can
walks
drown
away.
whatever it works.
I'll be right. Since I'm unconscious, I gotta pee. So.
I gotta go.
What, you don't have control of your bodily functions while you're
Okay.
unconscious?
Okay, can I splash water on him to make him conscious?
You can.
Don't wake me up yet.
It doesn't work. Just because.
You have...
Wait, am I still unconscious? Am I still asleep?
No, you woke up.
Well, I know how to wake him up. I'm gonna create
What? One
water.
of them woke you up.
I'm gonna create water and put it on my telescope.
Wake up!
Grab the ice and just put it against his skin.
Do you have any salt?
That is not okay.
That is not okay!
So basically, Derek, like this. I'm putting the ice right here.
Yeah, I
while he's
know.
laying down, just waiting for it to melt.
Why not just press it on the roof of his mouth and give him...
Wait,
giant
salt and
burn?
ice? Is that what's going on here? Because that could give you like 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm not putting dry ice on him.
No, just ice.
Salt and ice
Just
essentially
ice.
makes
It's just ice.
salt and ice
Wait, you put
essentially
salt
makes.
on?
If you put salt and ice together, it can make you have 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah, it's bad.
None.
But thankfully, there's no salt, so we don't have to worry about that.
Call carries salt.
Don't Don't you dare. No one needs that.
I'm gonna pour it in his nose.
Oh, why? Why?
Because it works.
He doesn't know a thing.
Wait, my medicine is 5.
The medicine's 6.
You know that's a dumb idea.
My medicine is 6 too.
Wait, is
Can
that...
I do a
No,
medicine
mine
check?
is actually 5.
You can.
Mine-
I'm going to do a medicine check. Not this die though. Is cocked.
Between...
11 and 9.
That's between...
Yeah, it was between 11 and 9. Oh, I thought that was a 21 for a second. I'm like, there's a 21 on this die! It's like, yay! That's a 12.
Turns out there are 2-digit numbers on these dice.
17 in total.
So, as you look at him, his eyes are slightly glazed.
He just needs a good...
Wait, his eyes are slightly glazed?
Yes.
What can I do medicine-wise? Because I've got a 6. Just roll a...
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what to do with the 17?
Okay, 14 plus 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 20.
I'm going about his health right now.
With your combination of medicine and arcanic knowledge, he was not knocked unconscious by natural means.
Yeah.
Well,
No, no, duh.
And we don't know anything.
Okay, no, thank you. Here's my question. Now that she's gone, does she have any purpose for those miners, or are they out of their trance?
You don't know.
Well, of course
You're
I'm
unconscious.
Where do I get me a chalice?
These are goblets.
Goblet.
There's a goblin in front of you.
Yes, but this is dirty.
Then go wash it.
Plain and simple.
I'll do it since I'm doing nothing.
Okay.
Plus you're doing medicine right now. aren't
Yeah, I am doing medicine right now.
Sure, it was obvious that I'm unconscious for...
Hey, doctor, I know
Okay,
you're
so
performing...
what were you saying before?
Hey, doctor, I know you're performing...
So yeah, you can tell
brain
he
surgery.
was not knocked unconscious by natural means. But you actually do come to consciousness with 1 point of exhaustion, as is my rule for unconsciousness.
Hey,
No
doctor,
exceptions.
I know you're performing major
Where's
brain
Daria?
surgery, but could you go
Where's...
She would have come out of the mine with everyone else.
shoulder?
that was me in character asking.
I know. Just-
Shoulder.
that's out of character. Oh, you're carrying her?
Yes.
Okay.
She was slow.
She
was
is
slow and
she
scared.
is slung over Call's shoulder.
I get to my feet. Put her down, please.
Thunk. No. Nah.
You alright?
I'm fine.
you are crazy though.
Are you alright?
I mean, I got kissed by a girl. That's a first.
Not in the way you wanted.
Yeah, definitely not in the way I wanted. You know, yeah, that was...
I mean, do we technically qualify it as a girl?
It's a something.
It
It's
chose
the
to be a girl.
It
It's
chose
the
to be a
first
girl.
thing that's kissed me since my mom.
It's the Cambrian explosion. Wait.
Has war flashbacks of his mom. I miss my mom. I haven't seen her since she... Well, yeah.
Here's your crystal goblet.
Thank you much, sir.
It's
Can I
just
get some
not-
Sprite, please? Thank you.
You get the last Sprite.
Despite everything that's just happened, I don't care about that right now. You and your kingdom are my top priority.
Onwards to the kingdom.
Okay.
So last I checked, the Ebony Trident hasn't been here for
What time is it?
over a few years, which means that Ander and his group are somewhere else. But if that lady's gone and she no longer has a purpose for the miners, maybe they're out of their insanity.
I mean, let's go get a drink before we leave.
Before we leave, what? Oh yeah.
I want to go to the tavern.
Right.
From the 8-year-old?
I'm going back into the mine just real quickly.
Can I teach the 8-year-old a little bit about bartending since I own a tavern?
No, let's go look at the sin.
You can.
He is the sin. He's the bartender.
He's the dragon sin, right?
I'm going to
He has the
back
dragon
into the
in
mine to
himself.
see
I
how
can
the
draw it right
miners
now.
are
I have a
doing.
picture in my brain.
It's a
What?
pretty cool sin.
I'm going to check on the miners. Now that the lady's gone, they're probably out of this trance.
Wait, now that my brain is thinking,
Most of them have collapsed from exhaustion.
Okay.
Orion wasn't a mining town to my knowledge now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that's probably true. So,
Better start proving it.
I don't know. I've got. Do I have? I feel like I should. I don't know. I give one of the miners a small portion of water to try to kind of, help him a little bit and see if I can get any information.
They are collapsed from exhaustion. They are unconscious.
Okay. Well, we're gonna stay an extra day. Let these people get some rest.
To the tavern.
Let's get drunk.
What's his name?
I don't
again?
feel like getting drunk right now, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna go in, sit at the table, and try to make some conversation.
Well, I'll bartend for everybody because I know that I can bartend better than this 8-year-old can.
Something like that.
Yeah, give him some teaching.
Gladiolis!
Okay.
Give
What?
us some drinks.
That's not my name.
Too bad! It's your name
My
now!
name is Linus.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
Linus, kid, let me give you some tips on how to bartend.
She's
First,
a bartender.
I am a bartender.
Give us
So-
some of your famous pie.
I teach him how to make
Meat
various drinks
Pie.
and such.
What was the pig's name again?
Okay.
Hawk.
Hawk, yeah.
That's all.
I thought it was hog.
So you take like an hour or two teaching him
Because I couldn't hear the hog.
all these interesting things.
So I was like, what's a hog? Okay.
I
He just seems fascinated.
I-
find it
I
after
speak to Varia.
watching the third time.
to try to pass the time a little bit.
Okay.
Well,
I grow a quarter of an inch taller for
Well-
reasons that only Brock and I know.
That I know too.
Oh,
Brock has told me.
I have told him.
Oh,
But
the what?
well, you see.
I grow a quarter of an inch taller because I taught this kid how to bartend.
anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Well, you see, what you have to do is
you know,
Drink.
MB, I'm a little impressed. You're actually doing something nice for once, and not just for yourself.
Okay, Derek. Then drink.
Well, this
Okay, roll
kid
a
has got to
Constitution
run a business.
Wow,
I'm not going to let him starve.
Hold on a second.
Hmm?
I stand up and
plus
walk towards her.
Constitution modifier.
Have you grown?
12.
What do you mean have I
You
grown? I'm an
were
adult. I don't
completely
grow.
insane.
You're completely insane. Your sleeves are
Maybe I
not
can borrow this.
completely covering your
Nope.
thumb like they used to.
Completely insane.
I look down at my sleeve, and just the tip is exposed of my thumb, and I'm like, "That's weird.
I'm gonna wait for them to finish before
That's
I go insane.
very weird.
It's fist bumps.
Have I grown?
Have you grown?
Have I?
Well, beer does weird things to people's eyes, you know.
You know
start
what?
to
On
see
second
things
thought, I'll take an
aren't-
ale.
Aren't there?
This day's been
Roll a
weird.
Constitution saving throw.
Coming right up.
Jonathan
I
is already
smack-
drunk.
I smack down a mug in front of you and pour you ale.
19.
You start to see things.
Jonathan,
that
you're just a bit tipsy.
there.
I'm just kind of like, I'm passively sipping, but
What did you roll on your Constitution saving
19.
throw? Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I pour myself a bourbon on the rocks.
Okay.
Okay,
I
roll a
guess-
Constitution saving throw.
Why is that statue blinking?
very old.
It's a weeping angel.
20 plus 3, right?
If it's a natural 20, then it's just a natural 20. You
Natural
don't add
20.
anything.
Natural
Okay.
20.
You're fine.
You're perfectly fine. You don't feel drunk at all.
Goes down smooth.
Anyway. Very old, you want anything?
Yeah. Anyone.
Don't
Get away.
point knives at me,
Oh,
please.
yeah, sorry. Here, let me do this one. Yo, anyone.
Now I'm pointing a knife at you.
Chief.
That's
Nah.
pretty.
I got horrible strength, that's why I'm waving it
Very
around.
old, do
Ooh,
you
it's
want anything?
pretty.
Ooh, it's pretty.
No, I'm
Pretty
fine.
sharp object.
It is not
So
sharp.
I try to make
Do you have a
conversation.
stick?
So
It is
Oh,
not
It's
sharp.
pointy.
how you hold
Oh,
it
yes,
up?
this is my dagger.
It's pointy.
This will be my dagger.
This is pretty.
Oh,
It's
that's
fine. I'm just been thinking
I have a
about.
dagger. Ooh, I should bring
all
a
that's
dagger
been
next time because I do have a dagger.
So I
I guess
have a
that,
question.
Just put it
We
down.
didn't ask
No,
you
the other
to
way.
come along. You didn't need to.
By the way,
We didn't even
Up.
consider it, which was kind of
dragon
rude,
face
but
up.
you chose to come anyway.
Oh.
Why is that?
I have an obligation.
That's right. We are going towards your kingdom. But I mean, there is a possibility that you could die. I mean, you've already witnessed the kind of stuff we run into, and how much of sensible people we are, more or less.
It's been dented in.
But, like, are you really willing to take that risk?
Yes.
Wait.
You know what, I like that. That shows a lot of integrity. I haven't really seen a lot
I'm
from
saying I'll
you,
do the dumbest
but
things, right?
you know what? It makes
What's
me
her name
happier to know that we have
Matilda
someone like
Beth.
you around us.
Okay.
I hope I
Matilda.
can work with you further in the future.
I'm gonna roll the golden dice.
What are you doing?
You'll think bad
no,
things
no.
are good
Me?
ideas.
What am I doing, or what
No,
are they
what
doing?
is he doing?
Threw a mug at her face.
Wait, whose face?
At her face.
Oh.
I'm insane right now.
You'll think, why don't we go on the side of these evil people? It seems very good idea.
And I think you should take a nap.
No, that's him. He's insane.
I know, and I think you should take a nap.
What's a nap?
Allow
Sir,
me to educate you.
I do not understand this three-letter word you speak of.
Can I
Anyway,
just serve them turkey so they fall asleep?
tryptophan. Smart.
No, serve me
Anyway.
turkey. Let's see how that goes.
Sir, how many drugs have you
Okay,
done
I
in the past
served turkey
24
too.
hours?
Why did you give me a sleeping, living turkey?
Eat the thing.
A living
Eat it.
turkey.
It's living.
He thinks it's living.
He thinks
I'm insane. Remember?
he thinks it's
Why did you
living.
give me a living turkey?
Can't you see it singing? It's singing the songs of its
What's in
people.
these-
I lead very
Need to
well
go
to
to
a
sleep.
table further away from these numbskulls and continue to have a conversation.
Okay.
So, you know, this is gonna seem kind of casual, but what do you like to do? I mean, you haven't really mentioned doing anything or having any sort of hobbies or interests. Is there anything?
I do read quite often.
You know, I have a friend who would be very interested in lending you some books.
Are you? No, absolutely not. Absolutely. Like I overhear your conversation. Absolutely not. My books are my babies.
He
Come
pulls,
on.
he pulls out your bag.
Come on, it might be nice.
Fine, but if there is one microscopic tear in any pages or even the remnants of a fingerprint on anything,
That's
she will pay.
She's royalty. She'll be careful.
She only dog ears all the pages.
no, it's every third page.
No, she dog ears the pages in a Fibonacci order.
Yes.
So
But she dog ears
first-
the top one and then the bottom one.
First, third,
Can I
fifth,
see a picture
Yeah.
of her?
13th.
Here, 13th,
who?
21st,
But
34th,
but it's also the
55th.
top one and then the bottom one and then the top
Ah.
one and then the bottom one.
Okay, so
Four?
last page.
But once she runs out of
yeah,
pages on the
it's
one
so
book, she
cute.
moves on to the next
Yeah.
book.
Okay, I can be more
Then
insane.
Yeah.
there's only like one dog ear per book. Or for like 3 books.
Um,
You have to figure out the order.
Yep.
Ah!
you know, I haven't read a lot of books, but I have come across this very interesting one. It's an old tale that my mom used to read to me before the war, but it's a good one. I liked it. It was a great story.
Can we open up another
Oh.
Sprite?
Cole,
Or not?
why does she have grass on
There is
her
another one.
clothes?
Have you heard?
Why is her clothes made of grass?
Made out of grass. It's all greenery.
Have you read The Dragon's
Can
Tale?
I punch their lights out so they go to
I
sleep?
don't think
so they
I've
sleep?
I'll
read
grab
that one. Well, you'd have to deal enough damage to take them to 0 health, so probably not.
Okay.
Have your parents ever? Did your
Jonathan's
parents ever read you
asleep.
any children's
And look,
books?
she has a magical hat.
Not really.
It's it
Well,
looks like an anthill.
I happen
Grassy
to be
anthill.
carrying this book. It's my one keepsake from my mom. Let me just.
There's a grassy anthill on her head.
I reach into my bag and pull out this very small book. It's small, but it has
I'm
plenty
gonna
of
give it to the
pages for
anthill.
a good story.
Don't you dare.
She's wearing her hair in a beehive style. Just
Anyway, I hand her this small book. It's it's got a couple good pages, like at least 50 or so pages.
Yeah.
It's sentimental,
Okay,
but
here's my plan.
I think it's worth
I'm
reading.
gonna do this. I'm gonna throw it at her, okay?
I give her this. I just kind of slide the book across the table to her.
Okay.
It's alright, I got
She looks at
I
it.
got this. I got this. Hey, what's your armor, by the way?
My armor is 11.
Oh.
Missed.
I threw a rock at the ground, but I missed.
and a fire. And a fire. And a miss.
So,
And a fire. And a miss.
slight problem.
And a miss.
What's the building
And
made out of?
Didn't hit what I was aiming for, so guess I missed.
Wood.
And a fire.
I was angry,
I
so I
throw,
threw my
I
gun
throw
and I
a
missed.
fireball
Miss.
at the wood. Because I missed her.
Did we burn
The
down
tavern
this
is now on fire.
No! Call uses all the alcohol she can find to put
Hey,
out
look,
the fire.
fire elemental.
Alcohol doesn't actually work that way. It's kind of interesting. I've actually learned a lot about how alcohol burns, and it depends a lot on the alcohol and
Sometimes
the alcohol
it goes
content.
into fireballs, sometimes it just...
Well, not exactly. You have to get above the flash point before it even has the chance to ignite. So most alcohol won't even ignite at standard room temperature.
I kind of just run frost.
But it mostly depends on the alcohol content.
So we're burning down this kid's tavern?
Apparently.
I'm
How
insane.
dare you.
I'm insane. I see
I
see
just-
fire
I just
spirits
put-
attacking.
Yeah, the alcohol content's not high enough. The alcohol doesn't actually catch fire.
Alright, so...
But it doesn't put out the fire either.
I missed. Let's try this again.
And I fired. And I fired. And I missed.
I-
And I fired again.
I-
but
What can
didn't
I
hit
do?
what I was aiming
I'm
for,
gonna
so I
hit
guess
him
I
on the butt of
missed.
the head with my sword. Butt of the head.
Okay,
I'm gonna
roll
hit
the
him on-
hit.
Alright,
Oh,
With advantage.
with advantage.
Not really.
Yes.
Just because he's drunk doesn't give you advantage.
2.
no.
I need a new set of die.
You miss.
Okay, so I throw my fireball at her hat.
I didn't hit what
And
I was
it's her
aiming for,
green
so I
hat.
guess I missed.
Wait, you hit her hat with a
Yeah.
fireball?
Yeah.
He hit your hat with a fireball.
I turned to
I
Ariel.
destroyed
I
the
don't-
ant.
I pull my hat off
It
and
works.
put it on the ground and stomp out the fire.
I turned to
Okay,
Ariel. Why don't we
there's a
take
little
this
hole in your
conversation
fire.
outside?
Just casually talking at the bird.
Yeah, she's already like started making her way towards the door.
I lead her toward the door, and we exit.
He's like,
I get the kid out.
Yeah.
just like drag him out.
There's nothing. And again, that does nothing to benefit me. So I grow like another 1/8 of an inch.
And him and shrinks. No, just kidding.
No, I don't save the drinks at all. I just save the kid.
No, I said M and shrinks.
I'll shrink. Okay.
I cast heroism with my magic powers.
On who?
This one.
Okay,
Wait, what's
you
her-
feel very heroic.
Save the building!
You get, what is your charisma modifier?
Like,
My cur-
oh,
2.
Over the next minute, you gain 20 health points back.
Whoa! Okay, I do.
Save the building!
And the building has caught fire a lot more.
How can I do like protection from energy? Or does
That you
only
can only do
protect
that
me?
on creatures.
I love being
You
insane
can
right
do that
now.
on
It's
creatures.
so much fun.
Can I do a magic
I
circle
don't
to?
like you when you're insane.
That magic
Oh,
circles
nice.
don't work that way. That's basically against creatures.
Chill touch?
Chill touch is necrotic damage.
Rot all the wood.
Hey, Derek, it's basically when Chimney Swift casts the spell that makes you hallucinate seeing monsters everywhere. That's basically, I'm insane right now.
So you're just throwing fire everywhere?
No, I'm not
The
doing
only other thing
got
I
rid of
have
it.
is burning.
Sounds like a great idea.
My plan was already
Call is
out with the mission. I got rid of her anthill.
You know
I
how,
don't know how to.
A grassy anthill.
you know how kegs of beer, when you break them open, there's a lot of pressure in there.
Okay,
It starts burning more.
How come? I'm doing this everywhere.
With alcohol?
It's beer. It's not that strong.
It still has a low, it would have a higher flash point, but with enough fire, it is going to catch.
Are there any
Your
barrels
hands
that are
catch on
containing
fire.
some sort of water?
Water.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hold on. Where's the restroom? That's not it really.
There is no.
It's over
Oh,
there.
I thought you
realize
meant
that-
in game.
You realize that there is a methane gas in a bathroom.
Bam!
I think I'm the only one. I'm the only one here who has hailstorm. That could probably help a little.
Hailstorm.
It would help because
Whatever.
it's raining snow.
Ice.
I take Varial a good
Which is gonna
distance
help.
away from the tavern. You know, trying
She,
to find
there's no resistance.
no resistance. What?
Like she's just
Yeah,
like.
just, yeah. We are.
I feel bad.
Away.
I feel bad for this child.
I mean, not only is she dealing with a good group of dangerous people,
Good
But-
group of
we're
bad.
dangerous.
Heroes.
We're awful heroes, but we have good intentions.
Yeah.
We're anti-heroes.
We're not.
You're not a hero till you've done your first tavern fight.
Yeah, I'm so
Everyone knows
happy I
that.
wasn't.
I did a tavern fight.
Tavern fire.
Oh.
Fire.
All of a sudden, there's like an explosion from the tavern
Call gets thrown out a window.
We leave.
and
first-
flaming alcohol goes everywhere.
Ah, that's
You
why we're
take-
distant.
10 points of fire damage as burning liquid lands on you.
We leave first thing in the morning.
It's okay.
Wait, you
Look,
changed
this
your
entire
mind?
town is run by children.
I said we'd
No,
stay
no
the
owners
night,
in here.
but
Free alcohol.
I said we'd stay the night. I didn't say how long after the night we'd stay. So I say we leave first thing in the morning.
It's
When
okay.
the first rays of sunshine are coming, not even over the mountain, we're gone. Okay? We're like an hour gone.
I
We're
grabbed,
gone last week.
I grabbed 2 mugs of alcohol and go outside.
They're on fire.
They're on fire.
No, I thought I got all the alcohol.
You know
From
what?
inside the flaming bar?
Yeah, I got at least some,
I
but that's
need
hopefully
you to
safe.
go and
It is on
punch
fire.
him until,
Oh.
not-
You're
even
holding 2
after
mugs of
he's-
fire.
Even after he's sober.
Hey, check out my
continue to
fire
punch him.
spirits.
Okay, so am I still incredibly heroic or no?
No, it wears off.
Okay, so
Good job,
Jared.
Ray.
Everything is going bad today.
You
First, there
set
was
this poor kid's path on fire, all thanks to you.
Hey, I got fire pets. Want to see? I'm holding a mug of fire. What?
I want to
Another
use
one.
burning hands on your face.
Why?
like this.
Burning hands is a cone. It goes like this.
you know what?
Oh, never mind.
More fire for the fire.
More fire for the fire gods.
Like fire with fire.
Check up on the kid. How's he taking this?
It's just like,
This entire town is run by kids.
Well, ever since their parents are going to be back here in the morning,
Maybe.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
How are they gonna live without the bar?
They move. Just slowly
All the
walk
booze
away.
is
How are they gonna deal with all the trauma?
Without alcohol to drown their sorrows.
Oh, come on. They're medieval people. They're better than the 21st century people.
Are you sure?
that is true.
Have you seen their paintings?
They,
They're
cer-
painting.
they certainly were more sensible than our people.
They were wiser, but we're more intelligent.
Right, but I'll take wisdom over intelligence.
I do too.
I view intelligence and wisdom exactly the same.
They're not.
Anything else?
Oh, well, duh.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess I actually take intelligence over wisdom, but you know what? Screw it.
Screw it all.
Flips table. But
I don't mean that I think they're the same. I view them as having the same value.
okay. Anyway, I kind of, as I'm leading Varial away from this fiery mess that has been created
She is
by
currently
ours,
strangling him,
and I
am
I'm
laughing.
being strangled?
You're being strangled by her.
I'm strangling you.
And I am
Neither
currently
side.
laughing and pointing in the
Oh yeah, because
completely
you're the
wrong
only
direction.
one who's short enough for me to strangle. How tall are you?
3'4", I think.
I could step on you. No, I couldn't.
And Call is laughing
You
and
could,
pointing
you
me
could,
in.
you could knee him in the face.
Call is laughing and pointing the entirely wrong direction.
So the fire from the bar begins to catch the nearby buildings on fire.
No! No! I thought this wasn't a field. No!
Can we divert
Can we
like
not
a river or
I should
be
No, there's
fine.
no river nearby.
There is a.
Oh, I know there is. Can we divert the river?
It's on.
Can we
it's
divert
on
the river to the?
How are you
Yes,
going
the water
to
benders.
divert a river?
Use your
All
water
right,
bending.
listen. The two of you, who is conscious thinking enough, we need to put those fires out.
How?
Varial, can I trust in your help?
Well, hell,
Can you
how
carry
I
a
can.
bucket?
Can you carry a bucket?
Everybody grab
Yeah.
as many
Can you
mugs
carry-
as you can.
Can you carry a
They're
barrel?
on fire.
Oh wait, can you
I
get? Oh yeah, any empty
Don't
kegs.
know.
Empty out a keg.
Empty out. We're emptying out kegs.
We're emptying out kegs.
Most of the kegs are on fire.
We're putting out the
That
fire.
doesn't matter to me. I'm a dragon.
So you empty out a flaming keg
I
and pour
empty
the
out-
flaming liquid on the ground.
Any kegs
And
that
then,
aren't
no,
on fire.
I empty it into the water,
Derek.
and then
So great, now the water's on fire.
The water can't set fire.
Yes, it can. Alcohol.
That's
floats
how
above
oil
water.
works.
Well, I'm not. Well,
Alcohol
it's a
does
river.
float on water.
It's a river. It's gonna go downstream, and I can.
The river is on
Everything
fire.
is on fire. The continent is
Okay,
burning.
I take some of the empty kegs that he has now drowned the fire out of, and I
Where
fill
are you
them
right
up.
now?
I fill up one of the kegs,
Probably asleep
and I
on the
go
ground.
to pour it on the water.
Okay.
On the
Oh, you're
fire.
asleep on the ground.
Yeah,
And to
maybe-
pour it?
Maybe.
It's like the fire's like
We're-
fire's like
Splash
a
it.
Derek,
I'm-
ask
I
them.
splash it.
I'm flying up to
Okay.
different parts of buildings. and
Actually,
smashing
no,
them.
I'm your water brigade, so I'm filling up the kegs.
I love how we're panicking over this random thing.
So
What's
you
happening
managed
in
to
a
save the
imaginary
nearby
game.
buildings, but the
Yeah.
bar completely just is just
Oh,
engulfed in
we
flames.
don't care about the bar this time. We at this point in
Houses.
time.
Houses.
Houses. People live in those. I mean, sure, people have lived in inns, but no longer of enough days.
That is false.
Here, I'm gonna start walking.
You know what? Screw it.
Hey, Derek. I'm walking over to
So
Jonathan.
we
I'm gonna
have
press
to
button
like we
4.
put the fire out of the bar. We put the fire out of the bar.
Actually,
but,
you
like, the
can't.
bar
You're
is
not
completely
attuned to the rod of
beyond
Lord they
saving.
might.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut.
The
Wait.
bar's completely beyond saving, but the buildings have been
The
quenched.
rod
Thanks.
of Lord Knights.
A lot.
Did you buy that off of somebody?
Yes, I did.
You know what? I think I'm going to
That doesn't
tie
work.
him to some
That
sort of
was so
pole.
nice.
It's small enough. Okay.
That'll be some really
I
sad
pick
thing.
this one up and tie him to the nearest tree. And leave
I'm a
him.
druid.
The tree gets set up.
Don't you
Wait,
dare.
wait,
Just don't.
Wait.
I tie him to
You tied a druid to a tree.
I'm fine. I'll tie him to
No. What kind
I'll
of
tie
tree is
him
it?
to
What
the
kind of tree is
nearest
it?
A pine tree.
what I mean
No.
No, just kidding. There's only like oaks nearby.
look,
No, that's even worse.
what I mean is I'm going to tie him to the least flammable thing possible and the thing that he can manipulate the least. A
Throw
rock
him in the
even.
cave.
Or I'll just throw him in the river. I'll throw him in the river. He wants to be on fire.
Are you throwing him in the? Okay. So as he's like flying, he's like flipping. He lands
On my feet.
upside down,
Oh,
and the water freezes above him.
And
I've
around
had
me.
that happen before. It wasn't fun.
He did have that happen.
No, I'm
before,
drowning
but
right
he was
now,
completely
actually.
frozen.
Like, hey, by the way, you're drowning me.
It's entirely ice.
By the way,
No. It goes around my, it goes around like right here. My head's in the water. It goes around my legs, and my waist, into my chest. My head is in the
It
water.
can't freeze that much. It only freezes about to about.
It only goes about.
It
a
only
foot.
freezes to about your knee.
It goes up to a foot, so I'm kind of drowning right now.
So yeah, about halfway
Well,
to your
then-
knee.
And there's a floating ice.
Well, then, as he begins to drown, I walk, not run, walk over to him.
He's in the middle of the river.
You are.
I fly over.
Grudgingly
Wait,
fly.
actually, I'm gonna.
I
I'm gonna
begrudgingly fly, grab him by the legs, break
Hey,
the
no,
ice
you
with my teeth.
can't grab him by the legs. His legs are frozen in
I'm gonna,
ice.
Here, I'm gonna use water breathing.
It's the top of his feet that froze the water.
He landed upside down, head first into the
Okay.
water.
He has water walking shoes. He can usually walk across water. Not when he's upside down.
So I don't use the spell.
I
That's
break
fine.
the ice.
It
Hi, my name is
refreezes.
Brock. Nice to meet you.
It refreezes.
Yeah.
These are.
I fly under the water.
Jonathan understands how this stuff works.
It's not fun! Okay, so telesite is an extremely cold metal that freezes.
Okay, I get.
Wait, actually, no. I am actually. No, it goes over my face too because I have Telesite marbles in my bag.
Oh, fudge! So, basically your entire chest freezes and it prevents you from breathing. There's just ice around encasing almost pretty much your entire body.
Okay, can I speak, please?
Apparently.
Can I fly under the water and lift him out and throw him?
Make a strength check to carry that much ice.
Please, be helpful.
I told you the
I mean,
the
if he
barbers
drowns
kill
and
people.
dies, so be it. We have one less crazy person in our group.
No! I'm not allowed to die again.
What did you roll?
But I rolled a 3. Plus my
So
strength
as you
modifier
reach
was
out to
6.
grab him, the ice freezes around your hand.
Can I
A
break
drunk
off?
call. Stumbles
You can
into-
try. Make a strength check.
18 plus 6.
So you manage to break the ice off your hand.
A drunk call stumbles into the water and proceeds to lift the drowning gnome.
Roll a strength check. I don't think he's drowning anymore.
I'm almost unconscious.
I think he's asphyxiating.
I'm almost...
With a 23,
So you just pick him up and throw him.
I throw him very hard.
Oh no, the
But I
ice is
don't-
gonna shatter.
I don't go.
By
I
the
try
time-
to go for distance, but instead I go for power straight into the ground.
Thus breaking the ice.
No, no.
Well, but you're in the middle of the river. How
So
you,
you
so
throw
you're
me
throwing him
deeper
back
into
into the water. You're drunk.
I am.
So you threw him deeper.
Okay,
I'm
wait,
gonna-
I'm strong. I can throw.
No, I'm unconscious by now. You basically, my neck has kind of...
What is your constitution
Oh
modifier?
wait, can I use medicine to help him?
No.
Medicine is not helpful. It's a
You are not unconscious yet.
Oh, I'm close though. I should be...
You have 2 minutes.
Heroes
He
never
threw me down
die.
really hard.
You can hold your breath 2 minutes.
I know, but he threw me hard. Down into the water. Head straight down.
I did, but maybe he tumbled a bit and now he's
I'm gonna
life
try
jacketing.
again. I'm gonna try
I
again
would like
to
that,
lift him
actually.
out. and
Technically,
this
you are floating down this river.
I'm going
Now I
to-
can breathe.
Yeah.
I can't
No,
breathe.
you're still surrounded. Your head is encased in ice.
I'm
My
going
head's
to
not.
try again, this time to lift him and carry him. Not throw him, carry him.
Okay, roll a strength check.
That's bad.
19
Dang.
plus
I was gonna say.
3.
Okay, you managed to get him on ground.
Okay.
He's still covered in ice.
Ooh, burning hands.
Okay.
The field we are standing in is now on fire.
Can we
Yes.
not set more stuff on fire,
And
please?
as the ice melts, it refreezes.
Why?
I'm still wet.
It's telesite.
Calcite freezes everything around it.
Are his boots telesite?
Yes.
Yes.
Bottom of the boots. It's like ice skates, but flat.
Whatever. I'm leaving him. At this point, he's been nothing but a thorn in my backside. I'm gone.
Thorn in my backside.
I make my way to Varial and continue walking.
How does nobody remember that you should break the ice, not melt it?
Whatever.
I remember that, and
Yeah,
I
but you're
am.
not doing it. That's
So, and I think that is a great place to end the session for today.
Lovely.
End the session or the episode?
No, the session.
What's
It's
the difference?
10 o'clock.
Oh,
Holy crap! It's 10 o'clock.
Welcome to D&D.
this is how this works.
Oh my
'Kay.
gosh.
We will see you all next time. Hopefully.
Kalu and Valar!
Hopefully, Ammon will see you next time as well.
Maybe.
Kalu and Valar. That's
Kalu and Valar. Okay.
Yes.
It's
And
an ending phrase. It means whatever you want it to mean.
yes, and we will hopefully see you guys next week, even though school starts. So we'll see how that'll go.
We'll see how that goes.
And yeah, I think that's all for today. Kalu im Vilar.
Kalu and Valar!
Valar.
Kalu and Valar.